Guys, what is good and what is going on, Ohio State Buckeye Nation? Your boy BLSG back in the building, once again calling another Buckeyes game, but this time, ladies and gents, it is college football playoff edition for Ohio State here in this matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, that is right. We are here for the first round matchup of the new 12-team bracket here for the Ohio State Buckeyes, where they will look to hopefully find their way to get a win here in the first round and advance on to round two as the ninth-ranked 10-2 Tennessee Volunteers take on the eighth-ranked 10-2 Ohio State Buckeyes. Can Ohio State get the win and advance into the second round, or will Tennessee find their way through the horseshoe and make their way into the Rose Bowl to play against as the winner of this matchup will take on the Oregon Ducks in the Rose Bowl on New Year's Day. Shout out to everyone who's already coming through, ladies and gents. We only got one person's opinion, but you know what? That is perfectly fine. As we go along with the stream, we'll start to get more people up in here. But again, appreciate everyone that stops on by, comes through and tunes in. If you guys have not done so, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys are coming in here, hit the like button on the stream, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, and everybody be sure to go ahead and share out this stream to as many people as possible so we can bring more viewers up into the chat. You guys know how we rock and roll as always, so let's get down to business. And also, ladies and gents, I do in fact have a new headset, so let me know down below in the chat if the audio is good. I no longer have the wired headset. I'm on the wireless headset now, so let me know down below, chat, if we are good with the audio. Okay, that should be a little bit better. Just had to change the audio real quick. It was on default before, so had to go ahead and change it to the Bluetooth headset. So hopefully we should be good. Now, just like the audio from the YouTube side, ladies and gents, it looks like we will be good for the live stream. Let's kick it off by knowing who's up here in the chat. My guy, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, a loyal supporter up in here. What's going on, Daniel? Appreciate you coming through and stopping by on into the stream. Hit the like button if you have not done so. Daniel, appreciate you coming through as always. One of the loyal supporters. And I would say, honestly, one of the OGs up in here in the chat. So shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights for being the first one up in here and tuning into the live stream. But yeah, guys, I literally just got these headphones too. So I think they're definitely going to be better than the wired ones. But I mean, we shall see at the end of the day. You know what I mean? We shall see how these work out. Not even sure if we have an injury report here for this one. Game should be underway here in just a couple moments here, ladies and gents. We should hopefully have action here between the Tennessee Volunteers and the Ohio State Buckeyes here in the first round of the college football playoffs. Guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Just had to check something real quick, ladies and gentlemen. We should be good, though. As again, like I said, this game is about set to get underway here in just a couple moments, ladies and gentlemen. Tennessee and Ohio State, man. First round matchup. Every game for Ohio State's going to be win or bust. I mean, if Ohio State does not make it all the way to the national championship and win the Natty, then Ryan Day, you are gone. The seat is hot for Ryan Day right now. The seat is hot for Ryan Day right now. And the moment that Ohio State, if they do end up losing on the path to the national championship, Ryan Day, you're gone. And I'm not even kidding when I say it. This is going to be the last straw for Ryan Day. As we get a look at the true freshman quarterback here in Nico Iamaleava for the Tennessee Volunteers, has had a pretty solid redshirt freshman campaign as he is still a redshirt. He is not a true freshman, but he is a redshirt and is listed as the team's starting quarterback. So we shall see Nico Iamaleava in for some action here for the Tennessee Volunteers. And for Ohio State, it's going to be the Kansas State transfer, Will Howard, in at quarterback for the Buckeyes. Game set to get underway here in this one, ladies and gentlemen. First round matchup, Tennessee and Ohio State. Let's see who gets the ball here. I cannot tell as of right now who's getting the ball first to start off the game. Looks like it's going to be Ohio State. So looks like Tennessee won the toss and they will defer to the second half. So we will see Ohio State, Will Howard, and the Ohio State offense on first. And here we go from Columbus in the horseshoe as the kick is underway. And Abuka will pick it up. I do believe that is Abuka. If that is not Abuka, that is going to be the Alabama transfer, Caleb Downs, picking up the fair catch. And on for the offense comes the Kansas State transfer, Will Howard, who has had a really nice season for Ohio State overall. 72% completion percentage, 27 passing touchdowns to 8 interceptions, in addition to 7 rushing touchdowns for a combined 34 total touchdowns to 8 interceptions. I do believe somewhere along the lines of 9 turnovers total. So overall, Will Howard has had a really nice season. But can he show it here in the playoffs representing the Scarlet and White? Here we go. Ohio State set to take the field here. First and 10 here for the Buckeyes, starting from their own 25-yard line here. Will Howard in shotgun formation with the Ole Miss transfer, Judkins in the backfield. The Ohio Bobcat transfer, Will Merrick in motion. Howard set, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, hands it off, pitches out to Abuka, and Abuka going to get a nice gain on first down. And a good start here for Ohio State as they get a nice big play here going early. And they will look to get a guy like Emeka Abuka going early. And same thing with some impact players. In the run game, Travion Henderson for Ohio State, in addition to the immaculate freshman wide receiver, Jeremiah Smith. Can Ohio State get everything going here early on and put some points up early on the Volunteers? Looks like Will Howard again is going to be in a shotgun formation here. Again, Judkins in the backfield. Howard the snap. Looking. Fires on the middle of the field. It's going to be... It was originally going to be reeled in by Abuka, but he tries to get fancy with the one-handed snag like Odell Beckham Jr. in his prime, but cannot corral it in. It's going to be a 3rd down and 2. And if I am Ohio State right here, I am running the ball with either Judkins or Henderson, and one of them should pick up the first down. So 3rd down and 2 coming up here for the Buckeyes. Can they pick up this first down here on 3rd down and short? Yeah, if I'm Will Howard right here, I'm giving the ball off to Quinshon Judkins, 100%. I would have done better on that right, by the way. It looks like a timeout is going to be called here by Ohio State, talking things over. I think they were originally going to go with the pass play, but I would assume this is going to be a run play here for the Buckeyes. I would definitely assume it's going to be a run play. Honestly, if I'm Ohio State, I'm bringing in the triple option here, throwing Judkins, Henderson, and Patrick Gerd into the backfield. And I'm running that to pick up a first down. Because if you guys have seen those triple or quadruple option plays, whatever they're called, when they have 3 guys in the backfield or they can just keep it with Will Howard, They have been really effective with that type of formation. But if I'm Ohio State right here, I'm running the ball with one of those guys. Let's go. Give one of those guys the rock and have them pick up the first down. Ohio State currently standing at their own 33-yard line. So we get a look at the team's offensive line. Donovan Jackson at left tackle, Sarah Velda at left guard, Carson Hinsman at center, Tegra Tribola at right guard, and Josh Fryer at right tackle. Left guard being the redshirt freshman, by the way, that's Austin Saravelt. And here we go. Howard set to take the snap. On play action we go. As Howard trying to get away from pressure, and Howard is taken down, but there is laundry on the field. It originally was going to be a sack, but this looks like it might go against Tennessee. And it's going to be a personal foul of face mask against the defense, and that's an automatic first down here for Ohio State. So Ohio State is going to get bailed early on as they are going to call face mask, and you can clearly see it as the defensive lineman grabbed Will Howard's face mask for just a second. But even if it's just a split second, you're still going to get called for it. And it's not going to matter. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes now at their own 48-yard line. So almost at midfield is Ohio State. We have yet to see TreVeyon Henderson enter the game here for the Buckeyes. Howard finally going to hand it off here to Judkins, and he is going to fall behind his offensive lineman. That was number 70, Josh Fryer, that he bumped into. And now it's going to be a loss of 1 here for the Buckeyes, and a 2nd down and 11 coming up here for Ohio State. After the loss of 1, they also need to get Jeremiah Smith going here, and they eventually have to throw Henderson in the game as Howard's going to check it down to Judkins. And we do have a flag here on the play. Oh, that's a late call. They just called a false start on Ohio State. That was a late call by these officials. Ohio State thought they had a free play. It looked like a free play for a second because everyone just kept on moving. But now Ohio State having to move 5 yards back, and now it's going to be a 2nd down and 16. They try to get everybody lined up and set and ready to go. But it turns out a little miscommunication on by this offensive line. We finally see TreVeyon Henderson enter the game for the first time. But I expect another pass play here coming for the Buckeyes here. As now Henderson goes out wide. Howard with the snap. Looking, firing on the right side. It's caught by Henderson. And turning garbage into gold is Ohio State from a 2nd down and 16 off the false start to picking up the first down in Tennessee Volunteers territory. And what a throw here by Will Howard, sending Henderson on what looked to be a wheel route here for the Buckeyes. And beautiful ball placement too by Will Howard to where Henderson could catch it. But great job by TreVeyon Henderson to get some separation. Now 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes here from the Volunteers 37. Howard the snap. Going deep is Howard. Down the left side. It's going to be caught by the Buckeyes. Touchdown Ohio State. And it is the true freshman himself. Guess who, ladies and gentlemen? Jeremiah Smith coming down with the catch from 37 yards away. And a beautiful throw here by the veteran quarterback Will Howard over to the young freshman receiver in Jeremiah Smith. And that looks like full control to me. And that looks like it's going to be a touchdown. They're going to get a look at it in slow motion here. Sure, he bobbles it a little bit, but that's firm control in my opinion. As I think that is going to stand. So far, Tennessee is not looking at challenging this here. So 12:46 left to go, and Ohio State going on a 2-minute and 14-second drive to start off this game. The extra point by Jaden Fielding. The kick is up, and the kick is good. He didn't look too sure about that one, but it falls through the uprights, and Ohio State striking quickly. It's the veteran Will Howard to the true freshman Jeremiah Smith, and it is the Ohio State Buckeyes with a 7-0 lead over the Tennessee Volunteers. And the Tennessee Volunteers, led by their quarterback, Nico Iamaleava, coming up next. But Ohio State up 7-0 at home against the Tennessee Bulls. Good start for Ohio State here, getting going early. That's what you have got to see. You want to see, because the last time we saw this Ohio State offense, they were struggling to get going early on. And this better have been a wake up call after what happened in the game a couple weeks ago against the Michigan Wolverines. Ohio State's offense was struggling to get going early on. So that is a statement made by the home team in Columbus in Ohio State. That is a statement play and a statement drive, and they get going early here to start things off. Now the question is, how is this Jim Knowles coach defense going to respond? Can they hold off the redshirt freshman quarterback Nico Iamaleava, or will they struggle? Very unlikely that they're going to struggle because they have been really good all year, except for against some of the best teams in the country. Let's say Oregon, for instance. But Oregon's Oregon at the end of the day. So what more can you do when you're having to go ahead and defend a Dan Lannon coached offense with Dylan Gabriel and all the other weapons that Dylan Gabriel has around them? But outside of that, I mean, we've seen great things from this Ohio State defense, so I feel pretty good about them trying to go ahead and hopefully find a way to defend the pass and the run against Nico Iamaleava, and especially the run game here. The one player that will probably scare me on the offense, though, is the running back Dylan Sampson, who has had a Heisman Trophy caliber type of season, or has had a season that can make himself look like one of, if not the best running back in the country. So at the end of the day, that's all that really scares me so far. But again, we just have to see what happens on the football field to determine how dangerous this Tennessee Volunteers offense will be. And they're looking at the last time that both teams won the national championship. For the Tennessee Volunteers, it was back in 1998. And for Ohio State, that was back in 2014. The Volunteers defeated the Florida State Seminoles in that game back in 1998. And for Ohio State, they defeated the Oregon Ducks, led by Marcus Mariota, in that game almost 10 years ago. And now the kick for Jaden Fielding is underway as we are back to your live coverage between the Tennessee Volunteers and the Ohio State Buckeyes. And here comes the redshirt freshman quarterback himself, Nico Iamaleava, coming into this game with a 66% completion percentage in the regular season, throwing for just a little over 2,500 yards, 19 passing touchdowns to 5 interceptions. First and 10 here for the Volunteers coming up. What will Ohio State's defense do to hopefully slow down this Tennessee offense, and especially the run game led by Dylan Sampson? So first and 10 here for the Volunteers, standing at their own 25-yard line, similar to where Ohio State was standing to begin the game. Iamaleava in shotgun. Iamaleava takes the snap, looking, dancing, gets away from pressure. Iamaleava to the right side and gets a couple yards on the carry, and he will just keep it himself for 2 yards, will not take a sack, and it'll be second down and 8 coming up here for the Tennessee Volunteers. Impact players for both sides when it comes to Tennessee's offense: running back Dylan Sampson, who we were mentioning earlier, and center Cooper Mays. For the Ohio State defense, safety Caleb Downs, the Alabama transfer, in addition to the CB1 on the team in Denzel Burke. Second down 7 here for the Volunteers. Iamaleava in shotgun, high snap, but takes it. Hands off to Dylan Sampson, and Sampson is stuffed, but only got a couple yards on the carry. But great job by this Ohio State defense to not let Dylan Sampson break loose. Here we go. Here comes the redshirt freshman quarterback, Nico Iamaleava. Again, Dylan Sampson still in the backfield here for the Tennessee Volunteers. Iamaleava, the snap, looking, dancing, has to get away from pressure. Iamaleava is going to get hit hard. This just barely past the line of scrimmage. Cody Simon was there, and this is going to be a 3-and-out here for Tennessee. And they are going to have to punt it here as they are still pretty deep in Ohio State territory. And great start by this Jim Knowles coached Ohio State defense. You see Tyleik Williams trying to get there. Same thing with number 58, Ty Hamilton. But then you see Jack Sawyer getting after it, and same with Cody Simon. Resulting in a 4th down and 3. Tennessee going to have to punt. And this will bring the Ohio State offense back onto the field, looking to hopefully what will be a 2-score lead. The kick is away here for Tennessee, and it's going to fall ahead of the 30 here at about the 31 or 32-yard line, caught by Caleb Downs, the Alabama transfer. And Ohio State will start in pretty solid territory here, as they will start at about their own 31 or 32-yard line. But they will look to go ahead and put up a 2-score lead here against the Tennessee Volunteers, as it is Ohio State with 7, the Tennessee Volunteers with 0, and with 10:48 left to go here in this first quarter, Ohio State establishing themselves early on both sides of the ball. But can their offense do the same thing twice in a row? We shall see coming out of commercial break. But yeah, guys, overall, at the end of the day, good start for Ohio State on both sides of the ball, establishing their strengths. And as long as the coaching is doing their thing, Ryan Day, then they should hopefully come out here and establish what they can do throughout the college football playoff, which their road to winning the national championship, ladies and gents, if we want to even think about them winning the national championship, their road is not going to be easy. Because you're looking at a potential road to the national championship of Tennessee tonight. That's going to probably be the easiest matchup of the 4 to get to the national, to go and win the national championship. And the second round, obviously, we know the winner of this game is going to take on the Oregon Ducks on New Year's Day. And that's probably going to be their toughest matchup if they do end up making it there. And then they potentially have to face Texas with Steve Sarkisian and that coached up Texas Longhorns team. So, yeah, they've been really nice all year. And the former Ohio State commit Quinn Ewers will match up against his former team. It is also still uncertain if he will come back into the college football world to play another year or if he will declare for the draft. And then potentially, if they make it there, then they'll have to go through the Georgia Bulldogs as well. But we shall see what happens here. But we take it one game at a time and hope that Ohio State can establish their dominance early on. But we shall see at the end of the day, as Ohio State will bring their offense back onto the field. And Nico Iamaleava got his welcome to the shoe by Cody Simon with a big-time hit. And Cody Simon might have got away with the targeting right there, as that might have been helmet-to-helmet contact, but he got away with it. And we just see Nico Iamaleava just staring off to the right. He's like, where's the targeting call at? Where's the targeting? But here comes the Ohio State offense here, looking to go up 2 scores here on the Volunteers. 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes. Howard the snap just has to check it down to Jeremiah Smith, who will pick up the 1st down and a lot more. The true freshman, Jeremiah Smith, picking up the 1st down and will land at midfield. Out of bounds he goes. Clock continues to run. 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes just at about midfield. And so far, a good start here for this Chip Kelly coached offense as well. Will Howard bring in Will Keck-Merrick, the Ohio Bobcat transfer in motion. Howard in shotgun again. Now brings Judkins in motion. As Howard hands it off to Henderson, Henderson will get about 3 to 4 yards. Got a little extra push, so it'll probably be closer to 4 yards here. And it'll be a 2nd down and 6 coming up here for the Buckeyes. They're trying to get a little bit of the run game going a little bit early here with either running back between Quinshon Judkins and Travion Henderson. But we shall see if they can keep up this momentum and keep on driving down the field here against the Tennessee Volunteers. Colonel Tate brought in motion, but he actually does go to the sidelines. They already have enough players on the field. Howard again in shotgun, standing at the 49, but the ball is set to be snapped at the Tennessee 46. Howard takes the snap from Hinsman. Howard looking, fires on the middle of the field. It's going to be caught, and a tough catch by Emeka Ibuka. And talk about threading the needle as Will Howard puts that right on the money. And it's going to be 1st and goal, Buckeyes. What a throw by Will Howard, but what a better catch by Ibuka. But I give Will Howard more credit for the throw, because that might be the tightest window, ladies and gents, that we see all day throughout this entire game. And what a throw here by the Kansas State transfer in Will Howard, looking to make a statement game after what happened against Michigan. Here's Howard here, taking the snap. Howard hands it off. Somehow Judkins was able to hang on to it. For a second, it looked like there was going to be a fumble and Will Howard was going to have to go grab it. But Judkins was able to hang on to it off the handoff by Will Howard. And somehow in the world, Ohio State will be down at the 1-yard line. For a second, Will Howard thought he had to go chase it. As you take a look at this replay, Judkins did not have full control of that. Will Howard thought about chasing it, but Judkins was somehow able to hang on. But here we go. 2nd down and goal. Patrick Gurt is in the backfield now, standing at the 5. Howard the handoff to Judkins. Touchdown, Ohio State. And here come the Bucks, up by 2 touchdowns over the Tennessee Volunteers and establishing their dominance early on. And this is what we need to see potentially throughout the entire playoffs, no matter how far Ohio State will go, if Ryan Day wants to keep his job. Here we go. 8:09 left to go here in the first quarter. Extra point coming here once again from Jaden Fielding. The kick is up for Fielding, and the kick is good for Jaden Fielding. And just like that, bada bing, bada boom. Ohio State now up by 2 touchdowns over the Tennessee Volunteers. Off the Quinshon Judkins rushing touchdown from the 1-yard line. And Ohio State establishing themselves early on offense, as they clearly show why they deserve to be in the college football playoff, up by 2 touchdowns over the Tennessee Volunteers, and a great start for Ryan Day's team, as once again, Ryan Day's job might be on the line, but Ohio State and their offense dominating could have potentially have him save his job. But again, ladies and gents, great start for this Ohio State team. Great start. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you got to establish yourselves, man. You got to establish yourselves this way. Bleacher, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you coming through and stopping on by. Says, whoa, what a catch. Yeah, that was a great catch by Ibuka, but at the end of the day, Bleacher, that's a better throw by Will Howard. If you're ever in a situation where you have to throw it in a tight window, if you're ever in a situation like that where you have to throw it through a tight window, then you have to give credit to the quarterback more than you have to the receiver. Because that honestly should have been at bare minimum incomplete, if not intercepted. So let's be honest, the credit right there goes to Will Howard for making a phenomenal throw to Emeka Ibuka to set them up deep in Ohio State territory and in the red zone. But at the end of the day, good catch by Emeka Ibuka, but a better throw by Will Howard is how you have to look at it in that situation. But Bleacher, appreciate you coming through and tuning into the live stream. Hit the like button if you haven't done so. Bleacher, appreciate you coming through to the stream. BP715, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through as well. Says, yo, the Bucks are cooking. Great start for Ohio State, man. That's what I'm talking about. This is a great start for the Buckeyes, and this is what we have been wanting to see ever since that Michigan game. We have been waiting for this. This is our time now. Let's go. But BP715, man, appreciate you coming through and tuning in. And apparently I did give you the wrench. I'm not sure if you did change your name up a little bit. But apparently at the end of the day, you have been here for quite some time. So again, appreciate you coming through and tuning in as always, my good sir. Hit the like button if you're not done so. I appreciate you coming through to the stream. Sorry, I've been here for a while. I've been busy. I haven't been here for a while. I've been busy with school and sports. Hey, man, it's all good at the end of the day, man. School comes first at the end of the day. But here we are, closer to Christmas time, and you'll eventually get off school. So at the end of the day, man, it's all good. I completely respect it. I was in your shoes at one point, BP715. I was in your shoes at one point. But now that I'm graduated, I'm out of school, and it really feels good. And you'll eventually be there someday as well. As the kick is away here for Jaden Fielding, as we are back to your live game coverage between the Tennessee Volunteers and the Ohio State Buckeyes. As Jaden Fielding kicks it away, it will be a fair catch here by the Volunteers. And Nico Iamaleava and this Tennessee Volunteers offense will step back onto the field. So they apparently had to adjust Nico Iamaleava's helmet here. As for the moment, we see Iamaleava under center, but now we will see him back in shotgun here. A lot of shotgun formations used early on. Shotgun being where the quarterback is lined up 5 to 6 yards behind the center, and he tries to hand it off to Dylan Sampson, and Dylan Sampson is going absolutely nowhere, and he will lose a yard. Actually, no, not Dylan Sampson. That's going to be number 18, Deshaun Bishop. That's the second string running back on the team, but Deshaun Bishop is going nowhere and loses a yard here. Snap is taken by Iamaleava on second down, and he will be wrapped up for a massive loss. Tyleek Williams got there first, but JT Tuimoloau finishes it off here for the Buckeyes. A great start as well for this Ohio State pass rush. But watch Tuimoloau right here, and same with Tyleek Williams. Tyleek Williams is going to get there first, but Iamaleava evades that, but Tuimoloau is right there to clean up the mess on aisle 5. And now third down and long coming up for the Tennessee Volunteers. Specifically third down and 23. They need to get to their own 35-yard line for the first down. Iamaleava throws out towards the flat, and it's batted down, and it's going to be incomplete. And Jack Sawyer coming from the edge, another one of the best players in America, making a statement and making a third straight 3-and-out for the Tennessee Volunteers. What a play by Jack Sawyer. As Iamaleava was trying to get into one of the veterans on the team in Squirrel White. That is Marquarius Squirrel White, thank you, as Marquarius is his actual first name. But here we go. Fourth down and 23, and another punt coming here from Jackson Ross. And Caleb Downs set to return the football here. Caleb Downs very dangerous when it comes to these potential punt return opportunities. And we do have a flag here, and this might be a delay of game here against Tennessee, unless they called their first time out of the half. And it will be a delay of game against Tennessee, so they will get pushed 5 yards back, and potential better field position coming here for Ohio State. So fourth down, 28 coming up. Ohio State having a chance to get even better field position than what they already had the opportunity to do so. At this point where the punter is standing at in the end zone, it's just going to have to be a one-step, and you have to boot the football. Because he's standing at almost the very back of the end zone. He's just got to punt it now. And it's going to be a little mini kick. And Downs going to fumble it. Can he get back on top of it? He barely is able to do so. And Caleb Downs, thank you for getting on top of that, as Caleb Downs muffs the punt, but is able to get right back on top of it as we get a look at the replay. Downs thought he had it. That's the Alabama transfer as the true sophomore, one of the best safeties in the country. and has been overall really solid on punt returns, but right there was not his best moment. But at least he was able to pick it right back up, and hopefully this Ohio State offense will bring on another touchdown here against this Tennessee Volunteers defense. Did you hear where Tennessee said they're planting a flag? I think they're doing it on the logo, I think. Like right on Ohio State's logo. Kind of like Michigan did before Ohio State said, "No, we're not allowing this in our house." But it don't look like it. It's going to be tough for wide receivers. It's going to be tough overall for this Tennessee offense to try to make plays. Because as long as Jim Knowles is staying this aggressive, then Ohio State should have the edge in every single category. Because as long as Jim Knowles is staying aggressive, I have no issues and I should have no issues and no concerns about this Ohio State defense. Because again, they have shown why they have been one of the best defenses in the country, and there's no reason that it cannot be ruined here tonight. BP715 says we're going to be natty contenders. Listen, BP715, we got to take this one game at a time. Just because we're just playing Tennessee doesn't mean that teams like Oregon, Georgia, and Texas are not going to step up to the plate. Sure, Ohio State probably does want Oregon in a rematch playing in the Rose Bowl. Sure, Ohio State's going to have to go through Steve Sarkisian, Quinn Ewers, and that entire Texas team. And sure, Ohio State's going to potentially have to go through Kirby Smart, Gunnar Stockton, or Carson Beck, whoever's in that quarterback, and that Georgia Bulldogs team. But at the end of the day, we just need to take it one game at a time and deal with every game one game at a time. So at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, let's take it one game at a time before we say that this team is going to be considered a national championship contender. Let's not get overconfident, and let's be sure to just take this one game at a time. You're all good, man. You're all good. Here we go. Ohio State's offense set to retake the field. And Ohio State's offense already looking much better than what they did against Michigan last week. Only 10 points scored against Michigan, averaging like 4 yards per play against the Michigan Wolverines. But here we go. Will Howard again in shotgun. Howard the snap. Looking. Takes the pass to the right side. Howard just has to get the ball out of his hands and does. Smart decision right there by Will Howard. Just getting the ball out of his hands and not taking a sack. That's exactly what you want. We get a look here at Josh Fryer, who has been bandaged on his right leg or ankle, right on the foot or ankle area. So something to keep an eye on here for Josh Fryer at right tackle, matching up against this Tennessee pass rush. Here we go. Howard taking the snap, takes the handoff but checks it down, finds Henderson. Henderson with some room to run. Did he get the first down? The officials are saying yes, he did. So 1st and 10 here coming for Ohio State, and it comes off of a little check down pass here by Will Howard into the hands of Travion Henderson. This first quarter taking a little bit of time. Now Luke Montgomery in at left guard now. So Luke Montgomery's in at left guard. Sierreveld slides over to right guard. Howard with the snap. Hands off to Henderson. Henderson is going to be tripped up. Getting tripped up here, Travion Henderson is going to lose a couple yards here on the play. So I'm guessing that Tager Chabola apparently did go to the sideline, unless they wanted to just make a change to the offensive line. But I definitely think that by the looks of it, it looks like that Tager Chabola did end up getting hurt on the play, hurt at some point, as he was the starting right guard to begin this game. And now Austin Sierraveld's in at right guard and Luke Montgomery is in at left guard. But now Howard's set to take a snap from the Tennessee 49. Firing down the middle of the field. It's caught. Jeremiah Smith trying to get the edge. Gets a couple yards here. There should be about a 3rd down and 4 or 5 coming up here for the Bucks. And can Ohio State find a way to pick up this first down? You're going to see here for Ohio State that for Jeremiah Smith, it's going to be just a simple crossing route. But Jeremiah Smith, knowing how he is able to make the most of his opportunities, as there was a reason why he was the #1 recruit in the class of 2024. But here we go. 3rd down and 5. Can Ohio State pick up the first down here? Or will they have to punt the football here for the first time today? Will Chip Kelly stay nice and aggressive? Howard takes the snap. Looking. Dancing. Howard. Firing it down the right side. Going to be caught by Abuka. And Abuka was up and was staying on his feet for a moment, but is going to fall down. But great throw again by Will Howard to the veteran receiver in Emeka Egbuka. Low snap, though, by Carson Hinsman, I must say. But Howard firing it down the right side, caught by the veteran receiver Egbuka. And a great start today, though, by Will Howard regardless, as he has been making all the right decisions so far. And overall, he has been really nice to start off this game. And we have an injury here for the Tennessee Volunteers, as it looks to be number 10. Number 10 for Tennessee. Who's number 10? That's a number 10. That's the 3rd string defensive tackle. Yeah, it is number 10. That's going to be Elijah Simmons on that defensive line at 6'2", 340 pounds as a senior out of Memphis, Tennessee. So he is able to play in his home state. But unfortunately, he's going to have to walk off the field, and another player is going to have to come in. It's going to be number 20, Bryson Eason. So Eason stepping in now back at defensive tackle. But can Ohio State find a way to go up by 3 touchdowns over the Volunteers? 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes deep in Tennessee territory. Howard from the 27, in shotgun again. Brings Brandon Inniss in motion. Howard the snap, looking, dancing, checks it down to G. Scott. And G. Scott could not put the brakes on to turn it upfield as he will go out of bounds. And that's going to be about a 2-yard loss here for Ohio State. And it's just going to be a 2nd down and long here coming up here for the Buckeyes. And not the greatest decision here by Ohio State's offense and Chip Kelly. If I was Will Howard, I was going to probably throw that ball away because he really could not find anything available outside of a little check down to the tight end. But Will Howard loves his tight ends, and we saw it at Kansas State when he had Ben Sinnott there, who is currently in the NFL playing for the Washington Commanders. Here we go. Clock continuing to wind down. 2nd down and 12. About 3.5 minutes left. Howard the snap. Hands it off. Henderson down the right side. Travion Henderson to the house. Touchdown Buckeyes. Travion Henderson putting a burst on from 29 yards away. And Ohio State continuing to strike. And it is a 20-0 lead. And a lot of short drives here for Ohio State. But all these drives, they are making the most of it. And it's safe to say that these Tennessee fans are quiet in the horseshoe. Great start for this Buckeyes team. Phenomenal start. That's what I'm talking about. Way to establish yourselves early on. Let's go. Jaden Fielding again coming on here for this extra point. Kick is away for Fielding, and the kick is good again as he drills his 3rd extra point of the 1st quarter. But how about this 3rd touchdown of the 1st quarter for Ohio State? And as you're going to see, extra blockers come in with Searveld and Merrick both coming over to block, giving Travion Henderson the right to get some holes here as Luke Montgomery takes care of the defensive lineman to provide the hole for Henderson. And Henderson says, I'm just going to go ahead and just do the rest. Big time play. We look again here from up above. Great blocking here by this O-line. Shout out to the O-line for what they've been able to do so far in this 1st quarter and so far in the game. They have been absolutely fantastic, but it's only not even 1 quarter of football played so far. But again, great start here for the Buckeyes. Great start. This is how you establish yourselves as a team that looks to make a statement. That's how you establish yourselves. And Ohio State with 191 total yards in this first quarter. Tennessee with -6 yards. This defense for Ohio State has been fantastic in the first quarter, and the offense has been electric. As the kick is away for Jaden Fielding, and it's going to go into the back of the end zone here, and it's going to be a touchback. And again, Tennessee going to start at their own 25 yet again here. But as we get a look here at this defense for Ohio State has been absolutely amazing at pressuring Nico Iamaleava, especially when getting to the quarterback. But when it comes to the backfield, Ohio State has just been doing the same exact thing. First and 10 for the Volunteers and Nico Iamaleava from their own 25-yard line. Iamaleava in shotgun, takes the snap, hands off, no, keeps it. Iamaleava gonna pick up the first down. And for Tennessee fans out there, that has been what they have been waiting for ever since the start of the game. But Iamaleava keeping the ball on the read option here. That is their first down of the game, by the way, against this tough Ohio State defense. As Iamaleava on first down takes the snap and bobbles it, fires it down the middle of the field here, and it's going to be incomplete. They tried to get it over to number 5. It's going to be Brew McCoy, who ends up playing in this game here for the Tennessee Volunteers, is one of their top receivers. But now 2nd down and 10 coming up here for the Volunteers from their own 39-yard line. Iamaleava in shotgun again. 3 minutes remaining here in this first quarter. Iamaleava with the snap. Fires it down the left side. Batted again. Big time play from this Ohio State defense. JT Tuimoloau again here for the Buckeyes. Pressuring Iamaleava. And again, that ball is getting batted down before it even touches the line of scrimmage. And again, Ohio State continuing to do what they have done so far this entire first quarter. Have continued to pressure Nico Iamaleava and not allow him to make the big plays. 3rd down and 10 for Tennessee. Iamaleava, the snap, looking, dancing, evades the rush. Iamaleava, can he get the first down? Yes, he can with his legs. And this has been what Tennessee has been looking for ever since the start of the game here when they first came on the field on offense. But it has not been easy for Iamaleava to make plays, as he has been barely able to make plays with his legs so far in this game. And a quick snap here. Iamaleava in trouble and is sacked. Ty Hamilton, Jack Sawyer, this pass rush has been lights out here in quarter number 1. This pass rush is PO'd after what happened back in November. But Jack Sawyer getting there first and Ty Hamilton helping him out in bringing down Nico Iamaleava. 2 sacks today for this Ohio State defense. And this pass rush has been electric so far. Not just getting to the quarterback, but also making plays with the use of their hands. As Iamaleava hands it off to Dylan Sampson, I do believe. And Sampson gets hit hard. Again, this Ohio State defense playing angry and with furiousness and emotion. Third down and 14 with a minute and a half left to go. The time continues to wind down. Iamaleava communicating with his offensive line, making sure they know what to do. They rotate some of the other guys in on the right side of the offensive line. Edric Houston, number 96, and Mitchell Melton, number 17. Iamaleava takes the snap, looking, dancing, has to evade the pocket again. Iamaleava dealing with Sawyer, gets away from Sawyer. Iamaleava throws it, it's going to be incomplete. And this secondary now making plays, as they will not allow Iamaleava to make plays with his arm. Tennessee's complaining about some pass interference, and they are not going to be able to get a flag thrown. As you see, Denzel Burke and Latham Ransom both trying to go after the ball for the interception. But at the end of the day, another stop for this Ohio State defense will have this Tennessee team punt the football again. Can Caleb Downs hang on to the football this time as he goes for the return? Punt is away, and Caleb Downs is just going to let it go, and it's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. And Ohio State going to automatically have pretty solid field position to start this drive with just 49 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. And a long first quarter at that here for this game between Tennessee and Ohio State. But so far, Ohio State has been looking really good in this first quarter, and will look to hopefully look good the rest of the way. I forgot to change the scoreboard to 21-0. Man, I'm really slacking on the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what. There we go. That's better. Here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes. Again from their own 20-yard line because it was a touchback on special teams. Howard the snap, going to check it down. Judkins the ball. Quinshawn Judkins making his way past the 25. And down at about the 26 as he rolls out of bounds is Quinshawn Judkins. And this clock going to pretty much just run through the rest of the way. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Howard the snap on the low snap. Hands it off. Judkins squeezing between holes. Quinshawn Judkins picking up the first down. And that should take us, ladies and gentlemen, to the end of the first quarter. A great start for this Ohio State team on both sides of the ball. And Ohio State telling their fans to get loud, because that was a fantastic first quarter and probably an A+ first quarter in my book for the Ohio State Buckeyes, as the first quarter has come to a close here from Columbus. And Ohio State with the big-time lead over the Tennessee Volunteers. 21-0 it is at the end of one. Can Ohio State keep up their dominance on offense? We shall see as the second quarter is coming your way here on ABC. Let's go, guys. Great start. And I mean a fantastic start for Ohio State, establishing themselves early. This is what we have been waiting for ever since that Michigan game. Ever since that game against the team up north, Ohio State has been waiting for their opportunity to make a statement and strike. And this is the moment that they have been waiting for in this first round matchup against the Tennessee Volunteers. Sucks we lost to the team up north. Yeah, man, 4 straight years in a row. I'm telling you, though, BP715, the only way Ryan Day keeps his job is if Ohio State wins the Natty. There's no other way out of it. That's the only way Ohio State and Ryan Day are keeping their job. That's the only way Ryan Day is keeping his job here at Ohio State is if Ohio State wins the Natty. How's my day? My day's going pretty well, BP715. Hopefully yours is doing the same. And hopefully everyone else is doing well on this Saturday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wrapping up the day here, watching some college football, and hopefully seeing Ohio State take the win and advance into the second round here against the Oregon Ducks. My guy Jeffrey Burris, what's going on, my guy? Salutations, my good sir. Appreciate you coming through and stopping on by into the broadcast here tonight. Hit the like button if you have not done so, Jeff. Appreciate you coming through to the stream. Currently enjoying watching Ohio State? Absolutely, man. You already know. Same here. I'm enjoying this right now. But again, taking one game at a time, one drive at a time. and establish yourselves the entire way through all 4 quarters. We've only played 50 minutes. We have not played 60 minutes of football. So easily we do know that it is not over just yet. BB715 says too easy. Hey, man, it is what it is. Buckeyes winning like Penn State. Hey, man, as much as that hurts to say. And looking at the quarterfinals here, Texas will take on Arizona State in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Penn State will take on Boise State. And then I did not see the other matchup, though. We just says easy opponents. It's not over, though. Absolutely. But the second quarter is set to get underway here. Ohio State already with 205 yards of total offense here so far. 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes to start off the second quarter. Howard hands it off to Judkins, and Judkins is going to rumble and stumble past the 35-yard line and up to about the 37. So about a 2 or 3 yard gain here for Quinshawn Judkins, the Ole Miss transfer. They're going to say it's a 3 yard gain here for Judkins and a 2nd down 7 coming up here for the Buckeyes. From the 37-yard line, Howard in shotgun, bringing Cardinal Tate in motion. Howard takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Judkins, fires on the right side, caught by Abuka, and Abuka going to turn on the burners and pick up the 1st down. Mecca Abuka, the veteran, finding ways to make plays for this team, and gets out of bounds and is able to make another play as this team's slot wide receiver. Here we go. 1st down, 10 here for the Buckeyes. Abuka sent to the sideline now. I'm assuming this is going to be a run play here set up for Judkins because they did take a receiver out of the game. They have 2 tight ends in the game. Howard looking as he takes the snap, goes on play action actually. Howard going to tuck it and run it. Will Howard running down the left side, crosses midfield. And Will Howard turning nothing into something on a big-time play here for the Buckeyes. And this play right here is one that's going to be special despite not picking up the 1st down. Will Howard initially has all the time, evades the pocket, and is able to cross midfield and go down at about the 47-yard line. 2nd down and 4 here for the Buckeyes. Howard takes the snap, looking, dancing, fires it, and it's going to be incomplete. The ball might have got tipped by someone on Tennessee's defense unless it was just a poor throw by Will Howard. But it's going to result in a 3rd down and 4 here for Ohio State. And Ohio State hasn't really established the run game that much outside that Travion Henderson big-time burst. So I'm really looking and hoping that Ohio State can really establish the run game here. But will they run the ball here on 3rd down and 4, or will they throw it again? So far, Will Howard with 14 pass attempts here in this 1st half. Howard sending Judkins in motion. The snap is taken, firing down the right side. Howard, who ends up catching it off the batted pass by this Tennessee defense. And for the first time today, Ohio State is going to have to punt the football. And Will Howard just not really seeing anything he liked. He tried to get it to Abuka. That pass was batted back by the Tennessee defense back towards where Will Howard was. And Ohio State going to get aggressive here and go for it on 4th down. Can they pick it up? They have been known for picking up 4th downs this year. Howard firing down the middle of the field, caught by Jeremiah Smith, turned on the Jets. Jeremiah Smith staying in bounds and a big-time 1st down. And that's a true freshman right there. Jeremiah Smith making big-time plays. And you see Jeremiah Smith, what looked to be initially a massive loss here for the Buckeyes, turns out to be a 1st down. And if you can count on one guy to turn upfield and pick up some yards after the catch, that's going to be number 4, Jeremiah Smith. And another injury here for Tennessee. That's number 90. That's going to be Dominic Bailey here for Tennessee's defensive line. But what a pickup, though, by Jeremiah Smith. That looked like a big time loss, and then the next thing you see this man Jeremiah Smith taking it past the line of scrimmage and past the first down marker and picking up a big time first down. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. So far, Will Howard in this game, though, 13 of 16 for 180 yards and a touchdown so far. And then 2 rushing touchdowns for Travion. Well, a rushing touchdown each for Travion Henderson and Quinshawn Judkins. I love it, man. I absolutely love what is happening in this game right now. Best part, though, the defense for Ohio State has yet to give up a completed pass by Nico Iamaleava. They're saying, welcome to the college football playoffs, buddy. Gonna get your first lick of real football. But again, great start here for Ohio State. This is exactly what we need to look like the entire game. When 60 minutes are up, ladies and gents, then we can celebrate in advancing to round number 2. When 60 minutes are up, if Ohio State does end up winning this game, then we can celebrate in advancing to round number 2, where Ohio State would match up against should say the winner of this game will match up against the Oregon Ducks, I do believe, in the Rose Bowl. I mean, we shall see what happens. I mean, also when it comes to the receiving game, both receivers in Emeka Ibuka and Jeremiah Smith both getting going here early on. We have yet to see anything out of Cornell Tate when it comes to the receiving game, and same thing overall when it comes to the entire offense as a whole. So hopefully we get to see a little bit of action here from Cornell Tate, and hopefully G. Scott Jr. can turn things around. But it's been all Ohio State here in this first half. And when you have a veteran like Will Howard in at quarterback starting for you, he is going to be able to make all the right reads and all the proper decisions, and he has shown that so far. Here we go, 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes from the Volunteers' 37-yard line. Howard the snap, hands it off. Henderson down the right side, gets past the line of scrimmage for about a gain of 4 or 5 yards here, and a 2nd down and medium coming up here for the Buckeyes. When Travion Henderson was like, I was that close to breaking loose. A gain of 4 here on the play. A gain of 4 here on the play for Travion Henderson to set up a 2nd down and 6. So 2nd down and medium coming up here for the Buckeyes from the Tennessee 33. Howard in shotgun with Henderson in the backfield. Brings G. Scott Jr. in motion. Howard the snap, tucks it and runs it. Will Howard down the left side and will be dropped only for a gain of 3 yards, as he will be dropped at the 30-yard line of Tennessee, and could have broke loose for one and could have picked up the first down. But turns out that Will Howard is going to be a few yards short. Here we go. What happens here on this 3rd down, 3 attempts here for Ohio State? Can they pick up this first down? From the 30-yard line of Tennessee, Howard sends the receiver in motion. Now takes the snap. Looking. Dancing. Fires on the middle of the field. Caught. Jeremiah Smith. Another first down here for Ohio State. And Ohio State so far making it look so easy against this Tennessee defense. How about Jeremiah Smith, though, ladies and gentlemen? Was able to win Freshman of the Year and Freshman Wide Receiver of the Year, and was able to make the 2nd team for All-American. So Jeremiah Smith already doing things that have been special. Howard takes a snap, fires down the middle of the field towards the end zone. It's going to be intercepted and picked up by the Volunteers. And the first true mistake made by Will Howard. He wants it to be looked at. Ooh, that ball's moving. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I don't think he got a foot down. I think it's incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down. Foot is off the ground, I think, by just a smidge. I think it's incomplete. It might be an incomplete pass there. They're going to look at this. I'm not sure if that heel is, if he's on the tippy toe of his cleat for when he catches the ball. I just can't tell. No, I don't think that's firm control. Got to keep going a little bit. Right a little bit ahead, he had firm control. I don't know if this is going to be an interception or not. I mean, this might be incomplete. Ball's still moving a little bit. Oh, I don't know, man. I really don't know. This is going to be really close. It's still moving a little bit. I really think it's incomplete. The ball's still moving a little bit, though. So the play stands as called, and an interception was thrown by Will Howard. And the first real mistake of the game here for Will Howard so far this year, and that was Will Brooks coming with the interception, and someone that Ohio State's offense and Will Howard was going to have to look out for on the defensive side of the ball, especially for that secondary, as he is one of the leaders for that secondary when it comes to interceptions. So the first real mistake in the game here by Will Howard will result in first and 10 here for the Volunteers from their own 20-yard line after the interception, resulting in a touchback. Can Iamaleava get anything going here? Nico Iamaleava takes a snap, keeps it on the quarterback draw here, and is going to get about 4 yards here on the carry. Second down and 6 coming up here for the Volunteers. Iamaleava takes the snap, looking, going deep, and it's going to be caught. And a big-time play, and that will be the first completed pass of the day by Nico Iamaleava. Getting out there to number 5, that's going to be Brew McCoy. And now first and 10 here for the Volunteers. Iamaleava, the snap, fires on the right side, and it's going to be caught again. And that time it's going to be Squirrel White making the reception here. So after no receptions early on, or no completions early on from Nico Iamaleava, he has 2 completions here on this drive. And Squirrel White got hit hard. He is on the ground, slow to get up. And he's limping off the field just a little bit. He might just have to walk it off, but for now he's going to go to the sideline. Merry early Christmas. Same back to you, BP715. Appreciate that. And Merry early Christmas to everybody up in the chat right now. Hopefully, you guys spend it well with your families. Get that family time. And for all you people that are still in school, get some time away from school. And if you're the people out there that are getting away from working, y'all get away from working. And shout out to everybody, man, for the continued support on the channel. And Merry early Christmas to every single one of you guys out there. This is Will Howard's looking like Lamar Jackson. I wouldn't say he's looking like Lamar because nobody in this league. I mean, if you want to look at NFL quarterbacks to kind of compare to Kyler Murray, or not to Kyler Murray, to Lamar Jackson, I'd probably say Kyler Murray. Because Kyler Murray does have mobility to his game. But we're looking at college quarterbacks. Nobody will be able to match what Lamar Jackson was able to do. But I mean, if he can get another shot though at a different school, Alex Orji could be up there in the conversation. The former Michigan Wolverine who did elect to transfer away from Michigan and hopefully find a place where he can get some more playing time and make his name known. So at the end of the day, we'll just see where he goes from here. But yeah, guys, also for the Rose Bowl game, if Ohio State were to make it past Tennessee and enter the Rose Bowl next week versus Oregon, if they were able to make it there, unfortunately, we are not going to be able to live stream the game. Unfortunately, apparently on New Year's Day, I apparently have to work. Whoop de freaking do. But I mean, that just sucks because if Ohio State were to win this game and end up advancing, I would love to call that game between Ohio State and Oregon. I would really love to. But here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Tennessee Volunteers. Less than 9 minutes to go. Iamaleava with the quick pass, firing to the right side. It's going to be caught. Or will it be? No, it's actually going to be incomplete. So we actually see Dylan Sampson actually on the sideline. So Dylan Sampson is currently not in the game right now for the Tennessee Volunteers as Iamaleava takes a snap, hands it off to the backup running back, and this is going to be Deshaun Bishop here, getting a couple yards here on the carry. Set for a 3rd down and looks like a 3rd down long. 3rd down and 6. So 3rd down and medium here coming up here for the Volunteers. 3rd down and medium. 3rd down and 6 to be exact from the 34-yard line of Ohio State. What can they do here on 3rd down? Iamaleava takes the snap, looking, fires it down the middle of the field, and that's going to be intercepted and picked off. Davison Igbinosun with the interception. And Nico Iamaleava is down on the ground, but is able to get right back up with the help of his teammates. But unfortunately for Ohio State, it's going to be personal foul, roughing the passer against Kenyatta Jackson Jr., number 97. And he's like, where? Oh, he was already getting hit. What are we talking about? He was already getting hit. Stop. No, that's a horrible call. That is not roughing the passer. He was already there by the time he threw it. Roughing the pass is when you hit the quarterback late. That was not late, dude. Oh, heck no. No, that is not a good call. Heck no. Look at Ryan Day. He's got his hands up in the air. He's saying that is not even close to roughing the passer. And I have to agree with Ryan Day, unfortunately, but that's not even close to roughing the passer. Roughing the passer is not hitting the quarterback while he's throwing the football. Roughing the passer is hitting the quarterback late as Iamaleava finds his receiver in Squirrel White for a gain of about 4 yards. But back to what I was saying, right there, what we witnessed by Kenyatta Jackson Jr. against Nico Iamaleava, that was not even close to roughing the passer. When the officials look at that at some point, they're going to want that call back. And they're going to want that to be a clean interception by Davison Igbinosun. Yeah, dude, that was a horrible call. That was a horrible call. Here we go, 2nd down and 4 here for the Volunteers from the Ohio State 13-yard line. Iamaleava trying to hand it off, but apparently flags were called. And flags and lots of laundry are being thrown onto the field. Looks like false start, and it's going to be a false start against Tennessee. We're doing the mambo. We're doing the mambo when we look at a false start called against the offense. You see pretty much all the offensive linemen move. So basically that's a call where it's all the linemen to get except for the center. And here we go. Now a 2nd down and 4 turned into a 2nd down and 9 here for the Volunteers. And with the way this defense of Ohio State has been playing, it is not going to be easier for Tennessee to pick something up. As Iamaleava takes a snap, play action, fire on the right side, incomplete. Sonny Styles in coverage, and Jermaine Matthews was there trying to make a play on the ball, but it is just going to be an incomplete pass. And 3rd down and 9 coming up here for the Volunteers. Here we go, 3rd down and 9 here for the Tennessee Volunteers here, standing at the Ohio State 18-yard line. Iamaleava takes the snap, looking, fires on the left side, looking towards the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. That ball was not catchable at all. They tried to look at Brew McCoy here for the touchdown in the end zone, but it's going to be an incomplete pass, and a field goal is going to be coming here, I would assume, from Tennessee. And that is great coverage right there by Lorenzo Styles, and that is clean. Max Gilbert to come on to attempt the field goal from 36 yards away. So far in the season, in the regular season, he was 19 of 25 on field goals. Kick is away here for Tennessee for Max Gilbert, and the kick is good. And finally here for the Volunteers, they do end up getting on the board. And with 6:39 left to go here in this first half, Ohio State just holding Tennessee to 3. And can Ohio State answer quickly with the touchdown here before the first half comes to a close? It is 21-3 favoring Ohio State still, as the Buckeyes are still up by 18. And for all my Philadelphia 76ers people out there, the Sixers still finding ways to look really crappy right now against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers with the lead on the 76ers right now. 75-55 with under 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter. So yeah, man, what do you freaking know? The Sixers just being the Sixers at the end of the day. What else do you know? What else is new, man? Outside the interception, though, by Will Howard, he has had a miraculous first half. He has had a phenomenal first half, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not even going to lie to you. He has had a really nice first half outside the interception. Will Howard has been great in this first half here as Ohio State's quarterback. .251 yards of total offense here for the Buckeyes, just 68 here for the Volunteers with 6:39 left to go here in the first half. The kick is away here for Tennessee. And Ohio State just going to call it the fair catch here and start from the 25. And back on here for the Buckeyes comes Will Howard and the Ohio State offense. Just talked about Will Howard's numbers. As for Nico Iamaleava, 3 of 10 so far in completions and attempts for 44 yards. No touchdowns and no interceptions, though, for Nico Iamaleava. Again, he's getting his welcome to the horseshoe here and welcome to college football and the college football playoff. Here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes, starting at their own 25-yard line with 6:39 left to go. Howard takes a snap, hands it off to Judkins, and Judkins going to try to find something, and he can't really find a whole lot. And good to see that Tiger Tribola is back in the game at right guard, and we don't have to see Luke Montgomery. But just a gain of 1 on the carry here by Quinshon Judkins. 2nd down 9 coming up here for Ohio State. As Howard with the ball, takes a snap, looking, fires on the left side, caught by Henderson. Henderson in a high step. Henderson really close to the first down. Is going to be about a yard short. But a pretty good play here by the Buckeyes. And it'll be 3rd down 2 here for the Bucks. Looking for the first down here. How is Chip Kelly going to roll up the dice? It is a very short 2 yards. It's more so closer to a yard. Everyone's lined up like it's a bubble screen. Howard, the snap, pitches it out to Abuka, and Abuka is not going to get it. It's going to be a running clock here, but I will not be shocked if Ohio State goes for it. But no, it looks like the special teams is going to come on for the punt. And this is a very questionable call here by Chip Kelly. I don't even know what we were doing here. We're trying to throw a bubble screen. Like, what are we doing? Everyone's set up in a diamond formation. And at the end of the day, this is just a bad play call here by Chip Kelly. That's just a really bad play call. But Joe McGuire is set to come on here for the punt. Ball is snapped from the 33. McGuire the kick. Going to send it down. It's going to take a friendly roll. It's going to keep on rolling. It's going to continue to roll. It's going to continue to roll. And it's going to go down, looks like, at inside the Ohio State 25, or rather inside the Tennessee 25, at about the 24-yard line here. And that is where Tennessee will begin the drive. or excuse me, not from the 24-yard line, from the 21-yard line is where Tennessee will start this drive. First and 10 here for the Volunteers from the 21. Yamaliava hands it off. Going to be number 27 with the carry, and 27 trying to keep it going upfield. That's going to be the third string running back here, Peyton Lewis, with the carry here for Tennessee. But he'll get a gain of about 6, and there'll be a second down and 4. Yamaliava keeps the football, and he will be decked by JT Tuimoloau. Only a couple yards here on second down. It'll be third down coming up here for the Tennessee Volunteers as we see Squirrel White walk back to the locker room. And he is not doing the best right now. So here we go. Third down 2 here for the Volunteers. They need to get to their own 31-yard line for the first as Yamaliava keeps it. And did he get it? It all depends on where the knee is down and where the ball is at. I am not sure if he got it. Taking a closer look here. Snap was taken. And they're going to say it is a first down here for the Volunteers. Yamaliava to the left side is going to be caught by number 14. That is going to be Braylon Staley. Staley going to be just a little short of the first down marker here. So second down 3 coming up here. Clock continues to wind down as we get close to the 2-minute timeout. Yamaliava takes the snap, hands it off to 27. That's Peyton Lewis again. And Lewis is going to send this game over to the 2-minute warning. And Tennessee trying to drive down the field here. They will get one more playoff, and actually, no, they will not, as the 2-minute warning does hit for the 2-minute timeout. And with 2 minutes left to play here in this first half, Ohio State continuing their dominance here, but it has been a quiet second quarter in terms of the scoring. But Ohio State's still up over Tennessee with the score of 21-3. And ladies and gents, I will be right back. guys, I am back here. Just had to go ahead and charge the headphones real quick because they were not fully charged at 100%. But here we go after the 2-minute timeout as the Tennessee Volunteers will find a completion here on second down to pick up a first down here at the Ohio State 46-yard line. Yamaliava communicating here with his offensive line. Yamaliava takes the snap, looking, dancing. Yamaliava getting out of the pocket. Yamaliava going to scramble. Yamaliava going to get out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. So he'll scramble for about 4 yards here. Minute 46 left to go here in the first half. Here we go. Minute 46 left to go. Yamaliava the snap here on 2nd and 6. Looking, rumbling, and stumbling. Fires it. It's going to be incomplete. They try to look for number 18, Deshaun Bishop, but a big hit here made by Sonny Styles forces the incompletion. Here we go. 3rd down and 6 here for the Volunteers. So far, they are 2 of 6 on 3rd down here in this game. 42 from the 42-yard line. Yamaliava firing down the right side. It's going to be caught here. I think it's going to be good for the first down unless they say he's a little short. Where will they spot the ball? They're going to say he's a little short of the first down, so it's going to be about 4th and 1 here for the Volunteers. Yamaliava the handoff, and they're going to pick up the first down here, and that's going to be with Deshaun Bishop. And the clock will continue to wind down here. Getting set to go to about a minute here, and so on and so forth. From the 29-yard line here of Ohio State, Yamaliava the snap, looking, firing on the right side, caught. And it's going to be a first down here for the Volunteers, and that's going to be Dante Thornton, who is the team's leading receiver in the regular season when it came to receiving yards, and was just overall their leading receiver in the regular season. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that might be his first reception of the day, and yes, it is. He has had a quiet first half. Yamaliava fired on the left side, and it's going to be batted down by Jack Sawyer, who says absolutely not. Yeah, Yamaliava having a rough time getting the ball past these pass rushers, especially when I'm trying to check it down to somebody. He just has no options. Here we go, 2nd down and 10 here for the Volunteers. 48 seconds remain from the 15-yard line of Ohio State. Yamaliava the snap, going to tuck in and run. Yamaliava going to escape. Is going to stay on his feet. Is going to rumble and stumble for a gain of about 8 or 9 yards here to make it a 3rd down and short coming up here for the Volunteers. And a timeout called here by Tennessee, and that will be their first of the half. Yeah, guys, hopefully we get a bit more of a productive second half here, as this was just a half where Ohio State ended up backing off from what they did in the first quarter. So hopefully they step it up when the second half comes around, because they cannot stay quiet in a quarter where they have to continue to keep up the momentum.
Not to mention, as rough of a start as Nico Iamaleava had, he has started to pick it up a little bit and started to find his rhythm. So this defense needs to find a way to shut down Nico Iamaleava, similarly to how they started the game. 42 seconds remain here. It's a 3rd down and 2 here for the Volunteers. Third and 2 from the 7-yard line. Iamaleava in shotgun formation. Taking the snap. Going to keep it himself, and Iamaleava going to pick up the 1st down. He's going to pick it up and get down to about the 4-yard line, which is where the forward progress was stopped. So it'll be 1st and goal now for the Volunteers, looking to get in the end zone and trim into this Ohio State lead. Again, the time continues to wind down here as Iamaleava hands it off. It's going to be Deshaun Bishop, and he's going to find a way to rumble and stumble down to around the 1-yard line on 1st and goal, and it's going to be 2nd down and goal. And a timeout called here by Tennessee, and that'll be their 2nd of the half. Here we go, ladies and gents. 2nd down and goal. 24 seconds left from the 2-yard line of Ohio State. Can Indiana punch one in here? Iamaleava, the keeper, and Iamaleava is going to find his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. And Iamaleava going to get into the end zone. And the 1st touchdown of the game here for the Volunteers comes before 20 seconds remain here in the 1st half. Not great if you're Ohio State, because I do believe Tennessee does get the ball here to start the 2nd half as well. So if you're Ohio State, you better hope your defense dominates on the 1st drive of the 2nd half. You better hope and pray. Kick is up here for Tennessee, and the kick is good. And so far, it looks like the score at the end of the 1st half is going to be 21-10, favoring Ohio State. Despite there being 20 seconds left, I really do not anticipate Tennessee doing anything I really don't anticipate Ohio State doing anything to add on to the scoreboard. So far today for Nico Iamaleava on the ground, 13 carries for 36 yards and that rushing touchdown that he just had with 20 seconds to go. But yeah, man, I wish that game against Oregon was at 8:45 or something like that. I just wish it was later at 8:45. Like, I'm not even kidding. And the ball will go into the end zone here for a touchback. And again, I expect Ohio State to just kneel the football here and take and take it to the half. I really don't anticipate them doing anything to try to get into field goal range. But you just never know. With Tennessee getting the ball here to start off the second half, I mean, you just never know. And no, Ohio State might actually try to do something here, as they do have 2 timeouts. So they might try to get down the field. Howard the snap, going to hand it off to Henderson. Henderson going to break free for a run here. And Ohio State going to take an immediate timeout as they're going to try to put some points up on the board and get into Jaden Fielding's range. First timeout called here by Ohio State, or second charge timeout called here by Ohio State. And they're trying to put something together here before the end of the half. Good run, though, by Travion Henderson. This is a really nice run. 51 rushing yards for Travion Henderson, 39 receiving yards for Henderson, 90 yards total on offense for Henderson, in addition to that rushing touchdown that he had earlier in this game. 15 seconds remain here in the first half. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Bucks. Can they get into Jaden Fielding's range? They are again going to put Henderson in the backfield as the team's back. 15 seconds to go. They have to get to the 30-yard line in order to get into Jaden Fielding's range. I would think they attack the outside if they want to try to get to field goal range. Howard takes a snap. Looking, fires on the left side, caught. G. Scott Jr. going to get out of bounds right away. So now 11 seconds remain. Career long for Jaden Fielding so far is 47 yards out, and that is where the field goal target line is currently at. It is currently sitting at the 30-yard line, and it would be a 47-yarder from there. Howard the snap. Looking, fires down the middle of the field, caught by Henderson. Henderson going to run, and they're going to have to kill that last timeout. They might have to try a bit of a longer field goal here for Fielding. And I think they're going to send him on here with 5 seconds left. I mean, they really have no other choice if they want to come away with points here. If they want points, your best bet's to put Jaden Fielding on the field here. I know you're not in his range, but honestly, at the end of the day, you probably just have to go ahead and attempt the field goal. What a first half, though, from Will Howard. 17 of 21 for 220 yards with a touchdown and an interception. Jaden Fielding going to come on here for the extra point, or for the field goal, rather. And it's going to be a long one here for Jaden Fielding. And this is going to really test what his kick strength is really all about. So let's see if Jaden Fielding can make this one. This is going to be from 56 yards away. And this would be a new career long if Jaden Fielding were to make this, but he gets it right from the center. As long as he doesn't hook in, has the kick power, he should be fine. Jaden Fielding with the kick on the way. And that is going to come up well short, not even anywhere close. And that will take it to the end of the first half, where Ohio State will lead the Tennessee Volunteers at the end of the first half with a score of 21-10. It could have been 24-10 if Jaden Fielding would have made the field goal, but Ohio State still up by 2 possessions over the Tennessee Volunteers. 21-10 is the score, as ladies and gents, on that note, we have approached halftime. But overall, ladies and gents, a really good first half for Ohio State. Really good first half. Overall, I'm impressed with how they came out of the gate, especially in that first quarter. But they got to do that for 2 more quarters, because if Tennessee can keep their offense looking like that, and if Ohio State continues to not score any points, then this game could be over real quick. So Ohio State needs to get back to the way they played their offense in that first quarter, and hopefully find a way to do what they need to do in order to find a way to win this game over the Volunteers. But ladies and gents, on that note, we're going to go ahead and go over the first half stats here, and then we will take the halftime break like we always do here on the channel. Starting it off here on the Tennessee Volunteers side, Nico Iamaleava in the pass game here. His stat line consists of 7 of 16 for 81 yards with no touchdowns and no interceptions. As for the run game, Nico Iamaleava, the team's leading rusher, with 13 carries for 36 yards as well as a touchdown. The longest carry being 14 yards for Nico Iamaleava. Deshaun Bishop with 4 carries for 13 yards. Peyton Lewis with 2 carries for 11 yards. And Dylan Sampson with 2 carries for 6 yards. As for the receiving room, Brew McCoy with 3 receptions for 38 yards. Squirrel White with a reception for 17 yards. Dante Thornton with a reception for 14 yards. Braylon Staley with a reception for 7 yards. And Miles Kitzelman with the reception for 5 yards. Okay, they're not going to show the stats of every single defensive player for Tennessee. But we do know that Will Brooks did have the only interception that did come off of Will Howard. So we do know that Will Brooks did come away with the interception. Then as for kicking here for Tennessee, Max Gilbert 1 of 1 so far on the night for field goals. That coming from 36 yards away, and then an extra point as well for Max Gilbert to give him a total of 4 points at the end of the first half. And then for their punter, Jackson Ross, 3 punts for 136 yards, 1 touchback. None of those 3 punts have gone inside the 20, but his longest punt did go for 53 yards to end off the first half stats here for the Tennessee Volunteers. Now for the Ohio State side now, as Will Howard at the end of the first half has a stat line consisting of 17 of 21 for 220 yards with a touchdown and an interception. As for the run game, Travion Henderson leads all rushers in the run game here with 5 carries for 51 yards, as well as a touchdown, the longest run for him being from 29 yards out. Quinshon Judkins with 6 carries for 17 yards and a touchdown as well. Will Howard with 2 carries for 9 yards. Emeka Egbuka with a reception for -1 yards here. As for the receiving room, Jeremiah Smith being the team's leading receiver, 5 receptions for 81 yards and a touchdown. Emeka Egbuka with 4 receptions for 74 yards. Travion Henderson with 4 receptions for 54 yards. Quinshon Judkins with a reception for 6 yards. G. Scott Jr. with 2 receptions for 5 yards. And then Will Howard off the bat and passed with a reception that did not go any yards whatsoever. As for defense, Caleb Downs did have that 1 fumble on special teams, but he was able to go ahead and recover the fumble. But as for the defense, though, JT Toole, so far the defense with 2 sacks total, 1 by JT Toole and Molo and a half sack each by Ty Hamilton and Jack Sawyer. No interceptions for Ohio State, no kick returns for Ohio State. As for punt returns, Caleb Downs with a punt return here for -4 yards. Jaden Fielding for the kicking here for Ohio State. So far 0 for 1 on field goals, but 3 of 3 on extra points. 3 total points here for Jaden Fielding at the end of the first half. As for the punting, 1 punt for Joe McGuire for 46 yards, which did not end up going inside the 20, but was also not a touchback here for the Buckeyes to end off the first half stats here for Ohio State. Now over to the team stats now, as Ohio State has picked up 14 first downs to Tennessee's 11. Third down efficiency, Tennessee 3 of 8, Ohio State 2 of 4. Both teams are each 1 of 1 here on 4th down. Ohio State with 296 total yards at the end of the first half to Tennessee's 147. Running the ball, Ohio State with 76 rushing yards here to Tennessee's 66. Ohio State on yards per carry averaging 5.4 to Tennessee averaging 3.1. Penalties, 3 by Tennessee for 25 yards to Ohio State having 2 penalties for 20 yards. And again, Will Howard did have that one interception thrown towards the back of the end zone. And then in terms of time of possession here, Ohio State has hung onto the ball for 16 minutes and 37 seconds. And then Tennessee has hung onto the ball for 13 minutes and 23 seconds. And ladies and gents, on that note, that is how the first half stats come to an end here in this one. Again, Ohio State with a 11-point lead here over the Tennessee Volunteers with a score of 21-10 at the end of the half. And ladies and gents, on that note, that is going to go ahead and take us to the halftime break here in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all pretty much know how the halftime break works here, ladies and gents, here on this channel. It's pretty plain and simple, ladies and gents. Go get a snack, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever you guys need to do in order to get ready for the second half of this game between the Tennessee Volunteers and the Ohio State Buckeyes. And ladies and gents, on that note, I will see you all back here for the second half.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like. Find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like. Find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Inside your head, they'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like. Find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt, they're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Inside your head, they'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you can get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like. Find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt, they're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt, they're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
All right, ladies and gents, I am back, ready to go here for the second half. I had to once again go ahead and bring in the backup headset because apparently it turns out the other pair ended up dying, so the new pair that I got, it ended up dying, so I have the old pair now. The nice ripped up pair. I mean, I know that these are just gonna work just fine, but hopefully we can get the other ones up and going pretty soon. Hopefully by the next broadcast we can hopefully get them going. The second half just about to get underway here, ladies and gents, as we welcome you guys back here to the second half of the first round of the college football playoffs between the Tennessee Volunteers and the Ohio State Buckeyes, where the Ohio State Buckeyes currently hang on to a 21-10 lead over the Tennessee Volunteers. Tennessee getting set to receive the second half kickoff here, as they will start with the ball to begin the second half. As Jaden Fielding is set to kick it away and get the second half started. And the second half here from Columbus is officially underway. And this will be fielded not in the end zone. It will be returnable here for number 27 here for Tennessee. Number 27 here for Tennessee. That being number 27, Peyton Lewis. Peyton Lewis, the one returning the kick right there off of Jaden Fielding. Now the Tennessee Volunteers offense will step onto the football field. Here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Tennessee Volunteers from their own 26-yard line. Dylan Sampson so far in this game with 2 carries for 6 yards, averaging 3 yards a carry. Yamaliava takes a snap, hands it off to Dylan Sampson. No, it's actually going to be Deshaun Bishop. And Bishop going to get about half of the yardage here. And it'll be about a 2nd down and 5 coming up here for the Tennessee Volunteers. Yamaliava taking the snap here on 2nd and 5, rumbling and stumbling. Yamaliava will not get the first down, but will be a yard short as he scrambles for it. So a gain of 4 here on the play for Nico Yamaliava. And now it'll be a 3rd down and 1 coming up here for the Volunteers. Yamaliava, the handoff, and the first down will just barely be picked up here by the Volunteers. And that's going to be Deshaun Bishop again, and he's looked like the better runner over Dylan Sampson. And again, ladies and gents, the winner of this game will face number 1 ranked Oregon in the quarterfinal on New Year's Day. Unfortunately, if Ohio State does make it to the quarterfinal on that day, we will not be streaming that game, as I will have to unfortunately work that day for whatever reason. As on 1st down here, the carry, it goes up the gut here, and again, that is Deshaun Bishop. And it's going to be about 2nd down and 7 coming up here for the Tennessee Volunteers. Ohio State also needs to get back to what they do best on offense as well. So the offense needs to get going too. As Yamaliava with the snap firing on the right side, it's going to be incomplete. And that's going to be Igbinosun breaking up the pass here. 3rd down and 7 and coming up here for the Tennessee Volunteers. And they have a bit of a 3rd down and long to go ahead and deal with 13-11 left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Yamaliava was trying to look for Chris Brazel, number 17. And I do believe he also has had a pretty quiet first half coming into the 2nd half, too. And Deshaun Bishop is getting up slowly and walking off the field. I don't know what happened to Dylan Sampson, if he's going to get back on the field or not. But that is their backup running back right there, Deshaun Bishop, and he is a freshman as well. So will we see Peyton Lewis enter the game? No, Dylan Sampson is back in the game here for the Volunteers. Dylan Sampson will head back into the game here, the team's original starter. But Deshaun Bishop so far in the second half has gotten a good majority of the carries for whenever Tennessee has decided to run the ball. So now it'll be Dylan Sampson's turn, the original starter back in the game here for the Volunteers. From the 38-yard line, 3rd down and 7 as the Volunteers will need to get to the 46-yard line for the first down in their own territory. Yamaliava communicating with the offensive line, making sure everyone is on the same page. Yamaliava takes a snap, keeps it, now pitches it to Dylan Sampson. He's not going anywhere. Lathan Ransom, or excuse me, that was not Dylan Sampson. That was Peyton Lewis with the carry, but still the same result, not going anywhere. And how about a punt coming up here for the Tennessee Volunteers? Great stop by Lathan Ransom, grabbing Peyton Lewis by the foot. And just like that, Tennessee will have to punt the football from here. From the 34-yard line. The snap gets to the punter. The punt goes down. And the punt will go out of bounds. So Ohio State will start with the ball here on offense from their own 35-yard line here. Taking a commercial break right here as Ohio State's offense will step onto the field, knowing that it is still 21-10, favoring the Buckeyes here. And the Buckeyes looking to put up their first points of the second half and their first points scored since the first quarter. But yeah, guys, shout out to everyone that's up in the chat, man. Appreciate everybody that's coming through and stopping by. Especially my guy Charles Adderley, another great supporter up in here. What's going on, Charles? Appreciate you coming through and tuning in. It's great not all on the live stream broadcast. Appreciate you coming through, Charles, and stopping on by to the broadcast here tonight. Hit the like button if you have not done so, Charles. Appreciate you coming through the stream. If for some reason you have not done so already, pause now and give the like button a thumbs up. Absolutely, man. Guys, be sure to hit the like button as you guys come in here if you guys are new viewers. But just appreciate everybody for continuing to support the stream, like always. Stay tuned for second half action. That's shortly on BLC Sports Channel. Yes, sir, you already know. Again, shout out to my guy Charles Adderley for showing continuous support up in the chat. Winners never quit, quitters never win. You already know. BP715 says dubs in the chat. Hey, the game's not over yet, man. The game is not over yet. As Charles says, let's go, Ohio State. You already know, man. Let's go. Come on. OHIO, you already know, man. Let's go. Break tonight Paradise. Thanks. Appreciation. I hit the like button on my way into the live stream broadcast. Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy, Charles Adderley, again, for the continued support that he shows to the channel. Always bringing it every single stream. Ohio State's offense will look to get going here for the first time since the first quarter, and will look to put up some points for the first time since the first quarter here in the third quarter because they need to continue to score points to finish Tennessee and put the dagger into this Volunteers team. But here we go from the 35-yard line. Howard bringing Carnell in motion. The snap is taken. Howard hands it off. It's going to be Travion Henderson. He will be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, which he does end up doing so. So not the best start to this drive here for Ohio State as Travion Henderson cannot get anything going on this first carry of the second half. Here we go. Second down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Trayvon Henderson going out wide as Howard takes a snap, fires on the middle of the field, caught. G. Scott Jr. trying to find his way, and he'll get about 8 yards here on the reception, 7.5 to about 8. Third down short coming up here for the Buckeyes. Once again, they look to find a way to pick up the first down and keep moving the chains. Third down and 2 coming up here for the Bucks. Howard bringing Cornell Tate in motion. Howard the snap, rolling to the right, fires on the right side, caught. It's a Buka, and it's a first down here for the Buckeyes. And I do believe he might have found a way to enter Tennessee territory. But great play here designed by Chip Kelly and this Ohio State offense for picking up the first down. Made sure he got past the sticks. And you best believe he got past the sticks by a lot, and it was not even close. So far, 5 receptions out of 7 targets for Emeka Egbuka for, I do believe, 81 yards in this game. For the veteran receiver, Howard the snap, hands it off. Henderson only gets about 2 yards on the carry. Second down and 8 coming up here for the Buckeyes. Has Tate gotten any receptions yet? I don't think so. He has been very quiet tonight. I don't think he has any receptions here so far in this game. And I stand corrected on that. So, no receptions yet for Cornell Tate, and hopefully they can get him going. Hopefully they can get him going, man. Because he would be a wide receiver 1 on any other team. But he's like a wide receiver 2 or 3 on Ohio State. Here we go. Howard takes the snap. Fires on the middle of the field. It's going to be caught. G. Scott Jr. first down. Lost the ball, but it did go out of bounds. G. Scott Jr. was already down, so it will be a 1st and 10 here for Ohio State. And great connection here from Will Howard to his tight end. This is a beautiful connection and a beautiful throw. See 2 defenders looking at Will Howard, no one paying attention to G. Scott Jr. Gotta love it. G. Scott Jr. so far 4 receptions on 4 targets for 39 yards. Howard going to loft this ball to the end zone. It's going to be caught. Touchdown, Ohio State. And how about yourself this second touchdown tonight from your true freshman wide receiver, Jeremiah Smith. 22 yards away. And how about a touchdown? And Tennessee fans are real quiet in the shoe. If there's one thing you must know about receivers, ladies and gentlemen, they love to go chasing after the football. Here we go. Jaden Fielding to go ahead and attempt the extra point. It'll be his 4th extra point of the night here, assuming he does make it. In which the kick is up, and the kick is good and drilled, by the way, for Jaden Fielding. And just like that, ladies and gents, bada bing, bada boom, Ohio State now up 28-10 over the Tennessee Volunteers, just continuing to extend the lead and hopefully finish off Tennessee at some point in the 4th quarter. But for right now, it is Ohio State up by 18 over the Volunteers, 28-10. As he says, that's a shocker, to be honest. I mean, at the end of the day, though, man, Cornell Tate, as another receiver that is known to be an outside receiver, he should be getting his receptions too. But the thing is, they love going to Jeremiah Smith so much, and Emeka Egbuka has been pretty good in this game. And then actually, same thing with G. Scott Jr., so they really haven't had to use Cornell Tate so far in this one. Star Wars 99, what's going on, my guy? I appreciate you coming through. So he says 76ers lost big time. Absolutely, man. I mean, The Sixers at this point, they are just a dumpster fire. No matter who's starting and who's off the bench, they're overall at the end of the day just an absolute dumpster fire. But hey, Star Wars 99, man, appreciate you for coming through and tuning into the live stream. Hit the like button if you have not done so, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through the stream. Let's go back to the rocking top Tennessee fans. Hey, man, it is what it is, though. Stars 99 says Penn State won big. Yeah, they did. They were smacking SMU, rather, I should say. The Big Ten's better than the SEC. Hey, man, it is what it is. Happy holidays from my house to your house, SG CEO in chat. Yeah, absolutely, man. Happy holidays to you too as well, Charles Adderley. Always gonna appreciate my guy Charles Adderley for being the lowest supporter up in the chat. BP715 says you too. Hey, man, absolutely. Here we go. Jaden Fielding with a kick, gonna send it all the way down. When we picked up here by the Volunteers, they will take the fair catch up to about the 20 to 25 yard line here. And Nico Iamaleava and Tennessee looking to find a way to respond. But can Ohio State's defense hold them off? Nico Iamaleava so far in this game, 7 of 17 for 81 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. As for Will Howard, he has been lights out, 21 of 25, 283 yards, 2 touchdowns to just that 1 interception that was barely intercepted, by the way. So here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Volunteers from their own 25-yard line. Iamaleava takes a snap, looking, dancing, going to check it down to the running back here. Or excuse me, not to the running back. That's going to be no, that is going to be checked down to the running back. That's going to be a check down to Dylan Sampson. Sampson going to get just a couple yards here. 2nd down, I want to say about 7. As now Iamaleava fires on the left side again, and it's going to be caught by number 5. That's going to be Brew McCoy. Put Jermaine Matthews right there to clean up the mess on aisle 5. As now to be a 3rd down short coming up here for the Tennessee Volunteers. Can Ohio State hold Tennessee to a 3 and out? So far, Tennessee tonight is 4 of 10 here on 3rd down. Can Ohio State get a stop? They're down 6. Iamaleava looking, dancing, evades the rush, runs, and is going to pick up the 1st down. Gets by all the defenders and somehow finds a way to pick up the 1st. Here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Volunteers. Iamaleava, play action. Evading the rush. Going to run. Iamaleava going to go down. Not before he gets a gain of about maybe 6 or 7. Clock will continue to wind down to be a 2nd down and medium here for the Tennessee Volunteers. Time continues to wind down here in the third quarter. 2nd down and 5. Iamaleava takes the snap, pitches it out. It's going to be picked up here by Tennessee. But 3rd down and medium coming up here for the Volunteers. Here we go, 3rd down and 4 here for the Volunteers. Iamaleava takes the snap on play act in shotgun. Looking, fires on the right side, batted down and incomplete again. And this defense again continues to be lights out, as that was Cody Simon making the play on defense again. Phenomenal play by Cody Simon to be there when it matters most. And now Tennessee will punt the football again. And the kick is away here for Tennessee. And the ball's going to be fielded here by Caleb Downs. Or excuse me, that's going to be Brandon Ennis instead of Caleb Downs. As Brandon Ennis will call for the fair catch here. Ohio State still maintaining that 28-10 lead over the Tennessee Volunteers. Feel inspired to join the chat, you are welcome to do so at any time. Absolutely, we welcome anybody up in here, man. Absolutely. It's pretty much like the Penn State game. Hey, man. At the end of the day, it is what it is. But just like I said earlier in the stream, take it one game at a time, one possession at a time, and just execute. Hit the like button and subscribe to the Sports channel for outstanding content. Yes, sir, you already know. 21 Jack Sawyer, bad spelling. We're going to the Fiesta Bowl. What bowl will you play in? We're playing in the Rose Bowl, just like you said, man. Penn State is in the Fiesta Bowl. You're winning the Rose Bowl? I wouldn't. I'm not too sure about that, man. I'll tell you what. I'm not too sure about Ohio State winning the Rose Bowl. We got to win this one? Absolutely. You already know. Here we go. Ohio State's offense set to retake the field. Here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes. currently standing at their own 19-yard line. Howard bringing Bennett Christian in motion. Howard hands it off to Judkins. Quinshawn Judkins down the right side. Get a gain of about 4 yards here. 2nd down and 6 coming up here for Ohio State. And continues to go down on the clock. Howard again bringing Cardinal Tate in motion. Howard the snap. Hands it off. Judkins finding the hole up the gut and is going to pick up the 1st down. We go 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes from their own 30-yard line. Howard takes a snap, pitches it out. Judkins down the right side. Quinshawn Judkins about a gain of 6 here on the play. 2nd down and 4 coming up here for the Buckeyes it should be. Second down and 5. Howard going to keep it on the quarterback keeper, and Will Howard's going to pick up the 1st down. Go Eagles tomorrow? Absolutely, man. You already know. Always fly, Eagles fly. Here we go. From the 45, Howard takes a snap. Play action. Fires on the right side. Caught. And this is going to be Wilcack Merrick here with the reception here for the Buckeyes. Going to be 2nd down and short coming up here for Ohio State. Ryan Dace is 22-21. 0-5 against Michigan and in the college football playoff. 43-3 against everybody else. Those interceptions were big for Penn State. Yeah, man, absolutely. Any big play that you can get is big for your own team. Got a grade 9 CJ Sharp rookie card for $15. Hey, man. Is it an NFL card or is it? Oh wait, you did say rookie card, so it would be when he was on the Texans. Are you streaming tomorrow? I am not going to be streaming tomorrow. BP 7:15. But at some point, probably tomorrow morning, at some point, we're talking like early tomorrow morning, I'll probably drop my Eagles versus Commanders Week 16 preview. And then we'll do post game via community post after the game. So that's kind of how we're going to do it. So that's just going to kind of be the format for how we do things around here. So Eagles rookies are good, but Mitchell says Quinion Mitchell says winning the Super Bowl is more important. Hey man, that's just the young mentality of Quinion Mitchell, and you gotta love it. As we're back to your game action here, as Howard hands it off here to Travion Henderson, he will pick up a first down here for the Buckeyes on a nice carry here on short yardage up to the first down marker. DB 7:15 says 17-10 Eagles. Hey man, we'll see what the final score is. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what it is tomorrow. Again, Luke Montgomery back in at left guard, so Searveld, I'm assuming, is shifting back over. No, Searveld is actually out of the game. So I don't even know what's going on with Austin Searveld. As Howard takes a snap, looking, fires on the right side, caught. Cornell Tate, finally with his first reception of the game, who has had such a quiet night in this big-time matchup against Tennessee. But a great read here by Will Howard to finally track his way into getting Cornell Tate nice and open. And that catch would have been a good catch on Sundays, too, when it comes to the NFL. Here we go from the 24. Howard deals with the low snap. Fires on the right side. It's going to be incomplete. And a flag will be thrown very late here. And this could be pass interference. What did they call? I have no idea what they even called. Yeah, man, I have no idea what they even called, but apparently it's a 5-yard penalty for whatever the penalty was. As Howard with the ball fires on the right side, looking towards the end zone, it's going to be incomplete. And here comes a flag, and this should get spotted at about the 1-yard line because the foul did occur in the end zone. And this will be defensive pass interference here against Tennessee. Let's go. As you just take a look at the replay here, Jeremiah Smith just getting shoved out of bounds like you have no idea. And then that's where the flag comes in late. A little bit of grabbing by both players, but they only catch the defender for the defensive pass interference. Jeremiah Smith so far in this game with 6 receptions for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. 12 overall in the year, which has tied the Big Ten freshman record. Here we go. First and goal. Howard going to check it down on the right side. Fires it. It's caught by Judkins. And Judkins going to be down at about the 1-yard line here. This should be a simple handoff here for the touchdown on this very next play. A good job by Will Howard here getting the ball out of his hands and just making the most of the opportunity that he has in order to keep Ohio State moving. Now with a minute and a half left to go. They have Patrick Gerd lined up in the backfield, and same with Judkins. Howard did take the snap, but I think we do have a timeout called by Tennessee, and yes, we do. Yeah, get this guy out of here. We don't got time for this nonsense, man. We don't have time for this right now. It's not even the fourth quarter yet, and it's almost 11 o'clock here on the East Coast. Like, it's not even funny. Again, man, second down and goal here for the Buckeyes with a minute 22 left to go here in the third quarter. I would hope this is a walk-in touchdown here for the Buckeyes. Here we go. Will Howard with the tight end in motion, hands it off to Judkins. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And Ohio State just continuing to smack Tennessee. And with a minute 18 left to go in the third, Ohio State potentially going to go up by 25 over the Volunteers. But again, Ohio State just continuing to dominate, especially on the offensive side, absolutely taking it to Tennessee. But again, just got to take it one play and one game at a time. Because you're going to expect something different from every team you play, especially in the college football playoff. The kick by Fielding is up for the extra point, and the kick is good again. And just like that, bada bing, bada boom, Ohio State now up by 25 over the Volunteers with the score of 35-10. And with a minute 18 left to go here in the third, Ohio State continuing to dominate, especially on the offensive side of the ball. 422 yards of total offense for the Buckeyes, just 173 here for the Volunteers. Let's go. Got to ask you about that comment. Yeah, man, we don't have time for this right now. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for any of this nonsense up in here. Well, Snyder, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through and stopping on by. Hit the like button if you're not done so well. Appreciate you coming through the stream. Also, what's up, Isaac? Appreciate you coming through and tuning in. Sir says, let's go OSU. Absolutely, man. They're absolutely taking it to Tennessee right now, taking it one play at a time and one game at a time, man. Now with the 12-team format, Ohio State's got more games to deal with, but hey, like I always say, take it one play at a time, take it one game at a time. And eventually you'll hopefully see some success. But Isaac, also appreciate you coming through and tuning in. My guy, hit the like button if you're not done so, and appreciate you coming through the stream. So let's go OSU. Penn State's better, though. I mean, we'll see about that. I mean, we'll see how far y'all make it down the road, though. As the Amaliava taking the snap, firing down the left side, caught by number 27. 27 again being Peyton Lewis coming away with the reception here. That is the team's third string back as Dylan Sampson continues to remain on the sideline. Second down and 8, and the carry is taken here by Peyton Lewis. And Peyton Lewis going to pick up the first down here right at the marker. Snap is taken. Iamaliava looking in trouble and is sacked. Jack Sawyer, again, one of the best players in America. Jack Sawyer says, let's go to the fourth quarter. Unless Tennessee wants to get one more playoff, but I doubt it. But again, Jack Sawyer just beating his man off the edge and says, I'm going to eat this quarterback alive. Pause. And Edric Houston was there too to help out Jack Sawyer. But Jack Sawyer takes all the credit right there. And that, again, ladies and gents, will conclude the third quarter of the first round between Tennessee and Ohio State. 35-10 being the score at the end of 3. We have played 45 minutes of football. 15 more minutes to go. Can Ohio State hopefully and pray to God they hold on? Or will Tennessee put some scare into Ohio State and find a way to make it a little bit more competitive than what it should be? We shall see. Ohio State putting up 2 touchdowns in that third quarter, by the way. Drew Lar is good. Yeah, Drew Lar has actually been really nice this year for Penn State. It's really just the coaching of James Franklin. I mean, it's not Drew Lar. It's really just the coaching of James Franklin at the end of the day. What's the streaming setup look like? I mean, look, man, take a look for yourself. We got the shirts in the back. I got my hat on. Got my Travion Henderson jersey on. Little bit of a backdrop back here. But hey, man, it is what it is. No, we're not. How long ago did we beat Ohio State? Last time Penn State defeated Ohio State? Yeah, let's think about that real quick. 2016, when y'all had Trace McSorley as your quarterback. Trace McSorley at quarterback was the last time Penn State took care of business against Ohio State. And that's why I said pause, man, when I was talking about that last sack on Nico Iamaleava by JT Tuimoloau, or not JT Tuimoloau, Jack Sawyer. That's why I said pause. Absolutely not, Will. Stop. Stop. Exactly. Like, chill out, man. Like, this is ridiculous right now. So I bet you're happy. Absolutely, Jeff. But at the same time, though, it's like, I mean, I know Ohio State's not going to take it all the way. If they do, I will be amazed. But I'm absolutely happy that we took care of that we, fingers crossed, take care of Tennessee. And we'll advance into the second round of the playoffs against the Oregon Ducks. But yeah, man, definitely really happy with how the team played today. Definitely really happy with how the team played today. Here we go. Fourth quarter is officially underway here. Iamaleava set to go. Takes a snap. Rolls to his left. Checks it down to his running back again. Number 27, Peyton Lewis. Only for a gain of a couple yards. Already took care of business, man. Already took care of business. Oregon next is going to be brutal. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And that's why I literally said that Ohio State's not going to win the national championship because of the gauntlet that they have to go through in order to get there. Iamaleava with the snap, scrambles, gets away. Iamaleava putting moves on, making defenders miss. Still running is Iamaleava. And he will be down at about the 39-yard line. Minute into the fourth quarter, and Nico Iamaleava already making plays with his legs. But yeah, man. But yeah, Jeff, I'm telling you, when it comes to the the road to winning the national championship, we're talking Tennessee in the first rounds, we can obviously see, then Oregon in the second round, Texas in the semifinals, and then Georgia in the national championship. Like, that's what we're talking about. Here we go. 4th down and 6. They have to go for it. Iamaliava slinging the rock down the right side. Incomplete. They try to look for Chris Brazel the second, and they could not convert. Let's go. And a turnover on downs here. And a turnover on downs here by Tennessee. And the Buckeyes will take over on downs. Get this nonsense out of here. Get all these people with their backup accounts coming in here, coming in hot. If you make a comment, make it normal. Exactly. Like, what's with all this gibberish nonsense? Like, what's with all this gibberish nonsense? Like, it's not even funny, bro. Come on. We don't have time for this tonight. Shouldn't have to be babysitting. Like, come on now. Ohio State runs the gauntlet. Ryan Day stays, right? Yes. Yes. Because it's the only way Ryan Day keeps his job is if Ohio State wins the national championship. Like, the only way Ryan Day keeps his job is if Ohio State wins the Natty. He cannot fall short one time to anybody going forward. That means he cannot fall short to Oregon, can't fall short to Texas, and cannot fall short to Georgia. This is Grumman University now. Baby school in this live. Not baby school in this live. Like, exactly. Like, come on. Grow up and be somewhat mature. Like, it's not even funny, man. Come on now. Because I'm assuming that BP715 was referring to Jeff's comment, saying that if Ohio State runs the gauntlet, Ryan Day stays. I'm not sure why BP715 wants Ryan Day to stay. Like, Ryan Day needs to go. But the thing is, if Ohio State is able to win the Natty, then Ryan Day is going to stay. But if Ohio State comes up short, Ryan Day better be fired. Like, Ryan Day is not that great of a coach as y'all claim him to be. And besides, he lost to Michigan for the 4th consecutive year in a row, and this being to the worst Michigan team of the last 4 seasons. I guess he is a bad coach. Exactly. Like, he also doesn't have that many wins against ranked teams either. Like, go look at his record against, like, top 5 teams, and I'm guaranteeing you it's going to be below 500. Like, Ryan Day can beat the scrubs all he wants. That's not going to prove yourself. Beating ranked teams, being top 3, top 5 teams in the country, that's proving yourself to be a really good coach. As Howard hands it off here to Henderson, Henderson's going to lose yardage here. Going to lose about 4 yards here on the carry, about a 2nd down and 14 coming up here for Ohio State. Lost to Oregon twice. You already know, man. Like, exactly. Like, the year they had C.J. Stroud, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. Yeah, that year they lost to Oregon. And then this year, when they had to play Oregon in Autzen Stadium, when they played against Oregon in Autzen Stadium, back in October. They ended up losing in the final seconds there. So first time Oregon was bad. But what, the second one was probably worse though. If we're just being completely honest, the second time that Ryan Day lost to Oregon was 10 times as worse. Here we go. 3rd down and 1 here for the Buckeyes. Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Howard the snap. Going to keep it on 3rd down and short, and Will Howard will pick up the first down. Beautiful run here by number 18. And Will Howard out here to show that phenomenal mindset. And again, the winner of this game will take on the Oregon Ducks in the quarterfinals. And so far, that's looking like it's going to be Ohio State. Here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes. Will Howard takes a snap. Fakes the handoff to Henderson. Howard going to send it down the field, and it's going to be overthrown over the head of G. Scott Jr. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 here for the Ohio State Buckeyes, with just over 11 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. And guys, when we get to the end of the game, man, if you guys have any final thoughts, drop them in the chat. We really will not do a post game because I just don't have the energy to do it right now. And I have to be up early tomorrow morning. So once this game comes to an end here, we're going to probably see if you guys have any final thoughts and then jump off the live stream. And speaking of which here, Howard hands it off to Travion Henderson, and Henderson takes it all the way to the house for 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. And Ohio State just putting the finishing touches on this game to go advance and face the Oregon Ducks in the quarterfinals. Must pay the price for failure, Ryan Day. This is not Ryan Day's coaching, Jeff. If this was Ryan Day's coaching right now, we would not be dropping a 40-piece on Tennessee. We may be dropping a 20 or 30-piece on Tennessee, but we wouldn't be dropping a 40-piece. You want to know why this team is looking so good? Because Ryan Day is staying away from the playbook. He's staying away from the offensive playbook and is letting Chip Kelly do his job. See, I'm not saying paying the price for failure, Ryan Day. I'm not saying that we're having to pay the price or anything. I wish Penn State lost to West Virginia in the beginning of the season. Yeah, but to be fair, man, they were not going to lose to West Virginia. They just weren't going to lose. Yeah, man. That's why I said earlier that as soon as this game ends, man, I'm gonna go over any. If there are any final comments from you guys, we're gonna read them off, and then I'm ending the live stream. We'll probably do like a post-game recap tomorrow morning via community post. In addition to the preview between the Eagles and the Commanders, will be out tomorrow morning as well, right before game time. So yeah, as soon as we get off here, read off your guys' final thoughts. We'll get out of here. I'm gonna head to bed, and I have to be up early tomorrow morning anyway. So yeah. This kind of always happens too, you know? Like, I just don't know why. This kind of just, like, always happens. So I know Fly was flying. Merry Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas to you, Jeff. Salute to you, my good sir. Another great supporter up in here. And Jeffrey Burtis. Hey, Jeff, I got a little something for you. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Jeff Burtis. I believe in Jeff Burtis. There's your love in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. He says, I believe in Jeff Burtis. I believe in Jeff Burtis. Wave your hands from side to side and say, oh, I believe in Jeff Burtis. Jeff Burtis is so prestigious. Wave your hands from side to side and say, oh, I believe in Jeff Burtis. Jeff Burtis is the prestigious one. That's right. You should have knew it was coming, Jeff. You should have knew it was coming. If you're going to be up in here, we're going to sing that. Absolutely. Hey, man, BP715, appreciate it, man. Hey, Jeff, that's just for you, man. That's just for you. That's just for you, Jeff. Come on now. Let's go. Blame Tony for this. What don't you blame Tony for, Jeff? I'm just curious. Here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Volunteers. Iamaliava scrambling to the right, firing down the right side. Incomplete. Try to get out there to, once again, Chris Brazel. But it's going to be an incomplete pass here. 2nd down and 10 coming up here for the Volunteers. And all that crap the Tennessee fans wanted to talk about with Michigan saying beat Ohio State, this, that, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, keep talking. Stop. Stop. And for you left to go 2nd down and 10. Iamaliava takes a snap. And he has been hit as he throws. The ball is loose. But Tennessee able to get right back on top of it. But it'll be a 3rd down here. Iamaliava was not really ready for the snap. Tuimoloau outstrips it. But it's recovered by Tennessee, though. That'd be a strip sack right there for this Ohio State defense. 3rd down and 18 here for the Volunteers. Iamaliava looking, scrambling, gonna fire it down the field, incomplete. Jermaine Matthews making the play in coverage, and another punt potentially coming here for Tennessee. They really don't have any shot of coming back in this one. They might as well go ahead and punt the football. Ohio State 3-12-1 all time against the SEC. They did lose their last 3 matchups against the SEC, and they're going to pick up a win here to change that record to 4-12-1. Said the backups are in. LOL. Yeah, man, you already know. Punt is away here for Tennessee. It's going to get a friendly little Tennessee bounce up to about the 44-yard line. That's where Ohio State will start the drive. All right, man, just put Devin Brown in. Let's go. Let's go. Put Devin Brown in and let's get this game over with. Come on. Play some garbage time minutes here. Let's go. Enough of the starters for today. Save them for the game against Oregon. Says OHIO, baby. You already know. Let's go. Let's freaking go. OHIO, baby. OHIO. That's right. Devin Brown's in the transfer portal. Devin Brown's in the transfer portal, but he won't officially enter the transfer portal until Ohio State season comes to an end. When Ohio State season comes to an end and when they don't play any more games, that's when Devin Brown will officially enter the transfer portal. So Devin Brown is technically still with the team. But if there were a time where Ohio State's playoff run would come to an end, then that's where Devin Brown officially enters the transfer portal. He's just sticking with them until their season ends. Yeah. But eventually, when Ohio State's season does end, then that's when he will enter the transfer portal officially. Absolutely, man. I got you. I got you. So excited for this upcoming week because I only have to go into work 3 days this upcoming week, ladies and gentlemen. I have off both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I only have to go into work on Monday, Thursday, and Friday. So yeah, really excited to only go into work 3 days this week. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Absolutely, man. You already know it's going to be really nice having 2 consecutive days off, just sitting around doing nothing. Outside of spending time with family, doing what needs to be done. But you already know, man. So apparently, looks like Will Howard's day is done. He has the beanie on. He has the jacket on. So Will Howard's day is done in addition with all the starters. So again, like we were just talking about, Devin Brown is in at quarterback here for Ohio State. Before he transfers, he will get some snaps in here before the run comes to an end here for Ohio State. And on the first play of the drive here, he will hand it off to James Peoples. And James Peoples will lose a yard here for a loss of 1. Devin Brown coming in at 6'3", 212 pounds. As we see with Will Howard, his day is done, but he had a phenomenal game today. If you take away that interception, Will Howard's game was almost to perfection. But I also want to see a little bit of Julian Sang because he also might start for this team next year, to be completely honest, when it comes to the quarterback position. As Devin Brown takes a snap, fires on the right side, caught by Brandon Inniss, taking the defender with him for a couple yards. And about a gain of 4 here for Devin Brown here on the pass play. 3rd down and 5 coming up here for the Bucks. But yeah, man, I would really like to see Julian Sang come into this game. I mean, maybe we see Devin Brown for a drive and then we see Julian Sang for a drive. I mean, why not? I mean, you can play Julian Sang and get him some reps now. Like, you might as well. Give Julian Sang all the reps that he needs, man. Devin Brown takes a snap, hands it off. Peoples gets absolutely blasted at the 49-yard line on 3rd down and 5. And Devin Brown will head over to the bench, and same thing with the offense. Didn't he start against Missouri? Yes, he did, and then he eventually ended up getting hurt. So then that young quarterback, Lincoln Keenholz, he entered into the game as well, as I do believe a true freshman that year. And he was never even ready to begin with, so at that point, Ohio State just didn't have any hope. And it's crazy, too, because we didn't even have Kyle McCord for that game either. And the kick is away here from Joe McGuire with the punt. And it will be picked up here by 23. Number 23 being Boo Carter. But for Ohio State in the second round, we will get ourselves a rematch, but this time not at Autzen Stadium. Let's go, man. Come on. But yeah, man, I would love to see Julian Sang get some reps in because, again, like I said, he's potentially going to be the starter next year. I know Tavian St. Clair's coming in, but he's not going to be ready as a day one starter when it comes to him as a freshman. So either you're going to have to explore your options or get somebody from the transfer portal. And I really think that for the sake of Ohio State, they're really just going to explore their options and go with Julian Sang. Have Tavian St. Clair learn for a year behind another young quarterback for the team. Here we go. Yamaliava taking the snap, firing down the right side, caught. It'll be picked up here by number 14, that being Braylon Staley. Staley will get a solid gain here on first down. Second down, I think medium here for Tennessee, I want to say. Here we go. Yamaliava looking, firing on the right side. It's going to be incomplete. I saw some laundry on the field. Turns out it's just an incomplete pass with no flags. Thank you. Gotta love the block, go. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, also, Nico Yamaliava has also been shut down in the second half, man. After he started to find his rhythm at the end of the first half, he has been shut down in the second half. And speaking of Yamaliava going deep here, and it's going to be incomplete. Phenomenal coverage here in the secondary. It's going to be Bryce West, I think. That's going to be the true freshman getting some opportunities here. Also another player that is the future at that position. Like Cody Simon, he's underrated. And he's definitely raising up his draft stock too, because he has definitely shown a lot of significant improvements. I can definitely see him as like a day 3 pick in this upcoming draft. I can definitely see it. I don't think he's going to go in the second or third round. I think he's going to be like a round 4 or 5 pick probably, maybe 6th round. But there's just so many good players ahead of Cody Simon that's like you just can't have him go in the second or third round. You can't have him go on day 2. He's gonna be a day 3 pick. He's in. Who's in? Julian Sang or what? Yeah, who's in the game? Is Julian Sang in the game, or do they go back to Devin Brown? Julian Sang is in. Let's go. All right, let's see what you got, Julian. Let's go, baby. This is your time to shine. Let's go. The potential future at the position. Sang takes a snap, hands off to Peoples, and Peoples is not going anywhere. A loss of 1 here on the play. Julian Sang, also a freshman, the former Alabama commit, decided to transfer to Ohio State. Comes in at 6'1", 203 pounds. A solid base for a quarterback. I can see him putting on a little bit more weight, but he definitely has the height to him. He has the athleticism and has all the mechanics in order to be this team's starter when he eventually does get there full time. Because I definitely think that Ohio State's going to explore their options and go with Julian Sayin at quarterback. Sayin with the ball, going to hand it off here to James Peoples. And Peoples going to get a gain of about like 1 or 2 yards here. So they're going to run it? Yeah, unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately for Ohio State, they're going to run the ball. It'd be nice to see Julian Sayin throw one up here. See what happens. Give him a little one-on-one ball. $468 yards of total offense here for Ohio State. Just 183 yards for Tennessee. Julian Sayin takes a snap. Looking, firing down the right side, and it's going to be incomplete. The ball wasn't even batted. But Julian Sayin, mark my words, ladies and gents, this kid does have the arm strength. This kid does have the arm strength when it comes to throwing the football. That could have just been timing. He didn't get enough power. It was just a pass that came up short, man. But I mean, like I said though, if Julian Sayin does end up becoming the full-time starter for next year, because I just have a weird feeling that Ohio State's not going to go into the transfer portal to find a quarterback. And I don't think they're going to start Tavian St. Clair either. I don't think they're going to start him right away on day one. Unlike Tennessee that starts Nico Iamaleava. And we're kind of just going to go back and forth with it, ladies and gents. I'm not even going to lie to you. We're just kind of going back and forth with it at this point. 5:15 remains here in the game. First and 10 here for the Volunteers. Do you like the 12-team playoff bracket? I do because of more games. Yeah, same here, man. And there's more teams that could definitely make it because if it wasn't for the 12-team bracket, Ohio State's not even in the bracket right now. Yeah, guys, we've been grinding it on here for over 3.5 hours, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for the support. Thank y'all so much. And here comes a bit of a burst here from Peyton Lewis. Peyton Lewis picking up the first down and has entered Ohio State territory. Quarterback rolls out to the right. Picked up here by number 17, Chris Brazel. Why is Nico Iamaleava still in this game? Like, what in the world is going on? Also, guys, appreciate the 6 people still being up in the chat. Iamaleava hands it off here to Peyton Lewis, and he will pick up the first down. Come on, take this clock all the way down to 0. Let's go. But yeah, guys, absolutely, man. Drop the W's in the chat. Let's go. Yamaliava going to loft it down the right sideline. It's going to be incomplete. Chris Brazzell absolutely had that, and he absolutely had Aaron Scott beat number 5 in the secondary. But turns out he ended up not being able to corral that in and bring that in for a catch. Oh, right off his left collarbone. Three and a half minutes remain here in this fourth quarter. 2nd down and 10 from the 32 of the Buckeyes. Yamaliava, the handoff. And here we go. Here comes Peyton Lewis. Like he'll be down inside the 10, it looks like. And the clock will continue to wind down inside 3 minutes here. Let's go. Clemson, Texas game is more fun, but I still love the Bucks. Absolutely, man. I always will too. Yamaliava hands it off here to Peyton Lewis, and Lewis will be down at about the 5. CJ Hicks making the play here. Second down and goal. Yamaliava, the handoff to Peyton Lewis, and he will be down at about the 2. That should take this game all the way up to the 2-minute warning. That scoring the backups exactly. Like, come on now. I'll take it all the way down to the 2-minute warning. Let's go. Yamaliava going to run and is going to fight for the end zone. And he is in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Out time, no offense. Hey, man, it is what it is. But yeah, man, I think this is pretty much going to be the final score. It's going to be the final score of 42-17. Just got to wait on the extra point here. But yeah, guys, appreciate the 5 people still tuning up in the chat. Make it 7. Appreciate everybody, man, that has been up in here tonight. Shout out to everyone for the continued support. Let this be a learning curve for Nico Iamaleava, man. You know, he had a good run as a redshirt freshman and did what he could do at the end of the day to lead Tennessee to this type of season. But unfortunately for him, his season is going to end here. Kick is on the way. Kick is good here for Tennessee. What do you think of Indiana? I thought Indiana honestly had a really good season. Because honestly, even though Kurt Cignetti was there as a coach and Curtis Rourke was there to be the team's quarterback, I don't think they were even expected to be that good of a team when it was all said and done. But them losing to Notre Dame is rough, but I don't think they were ever even supposed to be there. So honestly, for Indiana, I think it was a successful season for the Hoosiers. Pistons lost to the Suns. Oh, well, go Warriors. Hey, man. There you go. But yeah, man, I love this right now. Yo, we got 9 people up in here coming up towards the end of the stream, man. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Shout out to everyone for the continued support, man. Appreciate every single one of y'all for being up in here. Suns also the Pistons. And my bad. Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. But how did the Suns lose to the Pistons, though? You got Bradley Beal, you got Devin Booker, and you got KD, and you're telling me you can't even beat the Pistons? Like, what are we doing, man? Devin Brown was out. But yeah, guys, if Ohio State just starts taking a bunch of kneel downs, then that's gonna be to the point where I'm just gonna see if you guys have any final thoughts, and then get out of here, man, because I'm tired. I'm ready for bed. Like the stream, absolutely, guys. If you have not done so, hit the like button on your way out and hit the subscribe button if you guys are new viewers to the channel. Kickers away here for Tennessee. Be like a little squib kick here as Trayvon Henderson will pick it up, and we'll kneel it down at about 12. I talk a lot. Hey, man, it's all good, BP715. It's all good, man. It's all good. You know, you keep the chat rolling, and even if it's just one person doing it, I appreciate it at the end of the day. You keep the chat active, and I could care less, man. I could absolutely care less. See Seth McLaughlin in the Ohio State jacket, whipping out the cigarette. He knows that Ohio State just went ahead and beat the 9th-ranked team in the college football playoffs in the Tennessee Volunteers. He's got that cigarette out, man. He says it's time to celebrate for a little bit. Man, another move at quarterback. So this is actually Lincoln Keenholz in the game. So apparently he changed his jersey number. Is that QB? It's Lincoln Keenholz, man. Remember when I told you about when Devin Brown got hurt in the Cotton Bowl against Missouri? This guy right here, this was his replacement. He was a freshman last year, and he was a 4-star recruit coming out of high school. So, he has not gotten a lot of playing time at the end of the day. I think he changed his jersey number too from like 13 to 3. Because I don't recall him always being number 3 on the team. I recall him being like 13 or something like that. I don't know. Come on, just take the kneel downs and get this game over with. Take the kneel downs, man. Let's go. How many QBs do we have? We have Will Howard, we have Devin Brown, we have Julian Sam, we have Lincoln Keenholz. That was 4 quarterbacks they played right there. Just like that. That was 4 quarterbacks. Come on, take the knee. Take the final knee. Let's go. All right, they're going to run one more play here, and this should do it. James Peoples with the carry. Should be the future starting running back to this team, because it looks like Judkins and Henderson are both going to head off to the draft. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it here from Columbus, as the Ohio State Buckeyes will get the job done and defeat the Tennessee Volunteers by a final score of 42-17. And Ohio State will advance into the second round to take on the Oregon Ducks in a rematch, ladies and gentlemen. Man, we still got 8 people up in here. Appreciate everybody that's been up in here, man. Showing love, showing support. Even for as tired as I am, you guys still find ways to show support, and I appreciate it from every single one of you. But yes, Ohio State has set up the rematch here with Oregon in the second round. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. If you guys have any final thoughts, ladies and gents, feel free to drop them down below in the chat. Probably go for about maybe another 5 minutes, and then we'll get on out of here. Absolutely, man. Bye-bye, Tennessee. You already know what it is. Guys, also drop them W's in the chat. Shout out to BP715 for letting everybody know. Drop them W's in the chat. Go back to Rocking Top. Hey, yeah, you already know, man. Absolutely. Everybody feel free to drop those W's in the chat. Let's go. What a game from Ohio State today. What a performance today by Will Howard. How about Will Howard today, man? He was fantastic in this game. And if you take away that interception that he had, he was just even better. He was making a lot of the right decisions. Like 95% of the decisions, he did absolutely amazing in his decision making today. So yeah, Will Howard did absolutely amazing today, and we're going to need a performance like this next week against Oregon, Will. So enjoy it now, but we got some unfinished business, baby. Come on. We got some unfinished business. Let's go. That's my quarterback right there, QB1, baby. And people said there was a controversy on who would start between Devin Brown and Will Howard. Like, stop. Stop. Before the season started, there was a controversy on who would start a quarterback between Devin Brown and Will Howard. Like, stop. Will Howard was not going to be brought in from Kansas State just to sit as a backup. Stop. It's duck season now. Absolutely, man. Duck hunting. Hunting some Oregon ducks. Let's go. But now the quarterfinal matchups are set. Texas will take on Arizona State. Ohio State will take on Georgia. Penn State will take on Boise State. And Notre Dame will take on Georgia. But yeah, man, absolutely. But hey, ladies and gents, on that note, I think that's going to pretty much do it for this stream. Great job by the Buckeyes in getting a massive statement win over the Volunteers. Final score being 42-17. And now the Buckeyes will advance to take on the Oregon Ducks on New Year's Day in the semifinal, in the quarterfinals, actually, I should say. But great win for Ohio State. They definitely need to get this win in order to advance. And they absolutely did just that in dominating fashion over the Volunteers. But now a whole different test is coming when Ohio State takes on Oregon next week in the rematch of the game at Autzen Stadium. But ladies and gents, on that note, that's pretty much all I got for this one. So, ladies and gents, on that note, that's pretty much going to go ahead and do it for me here in this one. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys have not done so, ladies and gents. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out. The Buckeyes win. Let's go. Peace, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. God bless and peace.